Tonight, Central Iowa Sports Network presents.
Cole's going to get the call up the middle, and he sees a seam. 10-5, touchdown Maroons. He's got a seam. 5-2-1, touchdown Valley Tigers.
Central Iowa Football, live from Valley Stadium in West Des Moines. Central Iowa Football is brought to you by the Atlantic Bottling Company, CenturyLink, Central Iowa Football, live on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Central Iowa Football is also brought to you by Schottenkirk Chevrolet, Shields. Are you ready for some football?
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Waukee Stadium. For tonight, it's the Waukee Warriors coming in at 1-1, taking on Dowling Catholic at 1-0. Dar Danielson alongside Mike Early here tonight for this ball game. And a little bit unusual, Mike. Dowling got their first game lightninged out, rained out. They didn't get to play. We drove all the way to Cedar Rapids. Last week, Urbandale scored with 40 seconds to go, decided to go for two. Dowling held them and held on and got the win, where Waukee finally found their offense, got their offense going after an opening season loss to Valley. They came back and won in a tight ball game against Southeast Polk, but got the win last week. So a couple of these teams still trying to figure out exactly where they're at in this young season.
Well, that's what coaches like, is to see some improvement week to week, and by the third week they should be playing their best ball. I mean, that's what the coaches are hoping for. And you know, you look at what Waukee has done. They got kind of, manhandled by Valley, but last week they bounced back with a big win over Southeast Polk. And looking at week 3, this is another big test for them.
And then for Dowling, they kind of got those first game jitters out in what was the first game, what should have been their second game. And then you talk about that, do you improve the most between the first and second game? So we'll see. And if they do that here for Dowling tonight.
Yes, both teams have some question marks. Dowling, they're alternating quarterbacks, and looking to see who's going to be the main quarterback this year. They both have played pretty well so far. So it's just going to be who's the hot hand, and they're going to get the majority of snaps, I would say, in the second half tonight, and probably second half of the season.
Tonight's pregame brought to you by Core Power High Protein Milkshake. Protein for everyday awesome. Core Power High Protein Milkshake, bringing you the ball game here tonight. Our pregame brought to you tonight. Also, the weather report tonight brought to you by ABC5. The weather 66, partly cloudy. The sun has finally gone down over there, Mike, and starting to get a little bit of chill in the air here.
Well, it said, on the website that it was going to get a little chilly tonight and be in the upper 50s by the end of the game. So I wore long sleeves, prepared for that, and I see a lot of fans here are kind of playing that game too. Short sleeve, long sleeve, sweatshirt. Yeah. What do we do?
Yeah, it's more of that fall September football weather though, as you see the Warriors coming onto the field
with the American flag honoring 9/11.
And a lot of that going on here. They were playing some videos on the scoreboard before the game, remembering the 14th anniversary of September 11. Well, let's talk about our Schottenkirk Chevrolet keys to the game here tonight, Mike.
Well, the keys, I think, are going to be who's going to step up in the quarterback race for Dowling. We've got Kurt Walding, who's a 6'2", 210-pound senior. And we've got J.T. Brown, a 6'2", 205-pound senior, and they've kind of shared the snaps last week, and one of those two guys will, I think the coaching staff would like to see one of those guys step it up tonight.
Yeah, and talk to Coach Wilson. He said every couple series they're going to switch them out. Then for Waukee, probably, they got that passing game going with Ben Firkin, Justin to Rose had Adam Rose. I was going to say Justin Rose. Adam Rose had 3 touchdown catches last week. I think they need to get their running game going a little bit more to keep Dowling honest on that, because if you drop back, I think that big front line of Dowling's going to put some pressure on you, and put pressure on the quarterback. It's going to make it a little tougher to get that passing game going.
Yeah, they've definitely got some good size up front on the defensive line. It looks like they're averaging about 250, 260 there, and that's going to be a key to the game. How much time will Firkin have tonight?
So Waukee won the toss and deferred, just like they did last week. Dowling will receive. So your Dowling starting offense tonight, Mike mentioned it a little bit, at the quarterback spot, Kurt Walding and J.T. Brown will alternate there. At the tailback, Cole Deskin. The fullback is Kobe Gaines. The tight end is Stevie Sarcone. Split end, Cole Shazinski. The flanker, Tommy Wanek. The big guys up front, left tackle, Peter Nank. Left guard, Pete Ryan. Center, Matthew Bates. The right guard, Zach Ross. And the right tackle, Alex Palmy. For Waukee, the defense, it'll be a defensive end, Jacob Wiggins. Defensive tackle, Josh Wandera. Nose guard, Dominic Bacam-Lemvan. The linebacker spots, Ross Shutt, Nick Anderson, Drew Lineman, and Jacob McDonald. Cornerback, Tyler Grodehouse, Mark Primrose, and the safeties, Cedric Dobbins and Brett Hauk are the safeties here tonight. For Dowling, they're going to take the kickoff here.
You're looking at a very veteran defensive front for Dowling. They got 9 seniors out of those 11 starters.
And Skylar Crew will kick it off for Dowling. And kick returners back there, Andrew Plough and Jack Kerner for Dowling. They're back about the goal line. Skylar Crew got some good foot into it. Here we go, we're underway. Kick ticking about the 4-yard line. On the left side.
That's Kerner.
Trying to run it across. Finds a hole. Up to 25, 30, and slips a tackle. 35. Still going. And he'll finally be pulled down about the 42-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 42 here.
Very good field position to start for Dowling, and it looks like J.T. Brown's going to start at quarterback.
So Brown will come out. Cole Deskin trips to the left, one receiver to the right. There's the snap. Looks to his left, now goes right, going deep. Got a man and can't come up with it. Cole Szczynski, the split end out there. Nice pass, but couldn't quite pull it in.
Good coverage there by Brad Hauk, number 1. It was right there step for step, but that ball was on the money.
Got to bring up a 2nd and 10 at the 42. This time Dowling will go with 2 backs in the backfield, receiver to each side. Back goes in motion. And up the middle is Cole Deskin. And he'll get a couple there. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. And, well, they're going to give him just 1. So 3rd and 9. Here comes Dowling, 3rd and 9. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Single back in the backfield for the quarterback, Brown. Looks to the sideline. Gets the play. Here's the snap. Dropping straight back. Looking. Now he'll run. Runs up the middle. Got some room. And he's going to be knocked down at the 49. It looked like he had a little lane there, Mike, but the defense reacted quickly.
Looked like you might be able to scramble for that 1st down, but that closed quickly. Looked like number 7 there, Nick Anderson, one of the linebackers, came in and stopped him dead at midfield.
So Brown picks up 8 on the run, brings up 4th down and 2.
So Skylar Crew on to punt for Dowling.
Brett Hauk back deep to receive for the Warriors. 10:24 to play here in the first quarter. No score. Initial possession for Dowling. Here's a punt, a high punt. Calling for the fair catch as Hauk comes all the way up and takes it at the 25.
So 25-yard punt for Crew.
So that'll bring up a 1st and 10 at their 25 for Waukee after the punt. And we'll see Big Firkin out for the first time. Receivers to each side. Daniel Ray in the backfield with him. Waukee in the dark jerseys. Dowling, you see on your screen, in the white. And now Firkin will back up a little bit farther. Hands it off. Nope, keeps it. Fakes it to Ray. Takes it outside. Trying to turn the corner over there, but he's run down quickly by the defense, and don't think he got anything out of that, Mike.
No, he lost a couple, I think, and that was trying to get the number on the tackler there. It was a good job of closing off the corner and not letting him get around the edge.
Ben Firkin on the run for no gain. Drops back, throws quickly in the slot, has his man.
Broke a
up
tackle.
To the 50, 45, 40. All the way to the far side to the 20, inside the 20-yard line. 16, Tyler Grotehouse makes the catch.
Brought down by Kerner there. Took him a long time to get his arms around him to bring him down, but he got down inside the 20. They're marking it at the 19.
So that's about a 56-yard pass. Yep, 56-yard pass to Grotehouse. And brings up a 1st and 10 at the 19. Hand off to Ray. He goes into the middle and gets tackled quickly there.
Maybe a yard. Looked like Hummel there was on the stop.
So they'll give him 1 for Ray. 2nd down and 9. Ray shifts to the right of Firkin. Receiver to each side. That's Rose to the left. Throws it to the slot receiver out there. Breaks the tackle. Going down the right side. Down to the 5. Inside the 5. Was that Grotehouse again? Nope. It's Cade Penn, I believe. That was Cade Penn, I believe, on the pass.
Correct, Dar.
Takes it down to the 4.
1st and goal.
And up the middle. No signal yet.
There's a scrum right at the goal line, but it looks like Dowling held there and kept him out of the end zone.
Not by much. Ray, they come back out quickly.
Dowling's trying to sub 4 new guys in there, and
quickly back Firkin. Hands off to Ray.
They
There's
didn't
a
get it
flag
done.
down. They didn't get it done. Too many men on the field for Dowling.
But if you're going to have that penalty, you're not really losing much there at half the distance to the goal.
No. So brings up. That was 2nd and 1. That'll make it 2nd and maybe a half yard, looks like. Early going, no score, 8:20 to play here. In the first quarter, Waukee's took it at their 25 and has driven it down the field very quickly here.
And here we got 3 more subs coming out.
And Dowling switches. They got Rose wide to the left. Ray behind Firkin. Firkin in the pistol. Hands off to Ray. Going over the right side. Touchdown!
He paid the price, though. But it is a touchdown for Waukee.
So with 8:13 to play here in the first quarter, a run by Ray of 1 yard by Waukee.
I think that was Nico Sigliano there that put the pop on him right at the goal line, but Ray was able to pop that in.
And here comes Skylar Crew for the PAT. He's 4 of 5 on the season. Missed one last week. This one is up and good. That makes it 7-0 Waukee here with 8:13 to play in the first quarter. And if I
About 2-minute drive?
Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plays. I believe a 6-play drive. They took it from the 25 and drove it right down there. The big play was the 56-yard pass from Firkin
to Grotehouse.
To Grotehouse. And
then the other big play to Penn, who got another, 19 yards, I think, on that.
Yeah, and we saw, Mike, last week, Dowling had trouble with that Urbandale passing attack, was unable to slow that down much, so that's a key issue here. Talking with Coach Wilson before the game, he said they need to get some pressure in there and on the quarterback, and so far they haven't been able to do that.
No, well, and part of that is Waukee. Firkin is getting rid of the ball on like 2- and 3-step drops, so they're quick pass plays, quick slants, and a couple broken tackles really that led to the big gains.
So we got, looks like Jack Kerner and Aaron Craw back deep to receive for Dowling, as we'll tee it up again here for Skylar Crew, as Waukee takes the early 7-0 lead. Here's the kick going over to that right side again. Going to be taken about the 7. Up to the 20, 25, looking for room. Cuts it back across to 30, 32, and that'll be pulled down. Jake Kerner on the return. And to bring up the second possession for Dowling. They'll take over. 1st and 10. Now look at mark it at the 33.
And Brown again at quarterback. Looks like the same formation they started the last drive with. Trips out to the left.
Trips left, one receiver to the right for Brown. Brown takes it, fakes a handoff, throws across, and the slant, it's knocked down. Number 85.
82 is Cole Shazinski.
Shazinski.
He was open. He had cut in front of the cover man, and but somebody got their mid up there and knocked that down.
They shift the trips to the right this time. 2 receivers to the left. And in motion goes the back. Sets up back there now with Brown. Brown takes a snap, trips, and a little miscommunication there on what was going on as Crow was back there. And I don't know if he was looking to hand that off or what, but there was a little miscommunication, looked like, Mike.
Yeah, it wasn't. Brown wasn't sure what if he was supposed to read and follow and pitch, but Jacob McDonald was there to welcome him for a couple-yard loss there.
Call a loss of 3. Dropping back, Brown looking across the middle, and
that was tipped also.
Yep, they got some size in that Waukee defensive line, don't they?
Yeah, most.
I think it was Wandera got a hand maybe on that one across the middle.
It's looking 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", 6'2", and the linebackers too. So you got to open up some lanes there, and they weren't going to get to the quarterback, so they stayed back and got their hands up to knock that pass down.
Primrose is back there, and Hauk to return the punt. Comes
another
a
high
one.
kick.
Yep, high one that goes over the head of Primrose. He's going to let it bounce, and it gets a good Dowling bounce. Going to roll down to all the way down to the 19. So they're going to start in a little worse field position. Their first drive started at the 25, and they drove it quickly down the field. But they'll take over 1st and 10 here at the 19. Or are they going to move it to the 20, you say?
It's real close.
Right at the 20, I think, about. We'll call it the 20. So Waukee takes over with 7:09 to play, leading here 7-0 in the first quarter. Here comes Firkin again, under center. Kind of that pistol. He's got a flanker to the right. The up back, the slot back, if you will. One receiver wide right, one wide left. He swings it out to the right side.
This is Penn.
Penn looking to break
nice
a
stiff
tackle.
Arm.
Yep, stiff arms and picks up a couple extra yards there. So
again, just a quick throw on a short route, and you can see with the speed that Waukee has between Grodhouse and Penn that you miss a tackle and it's a big gainer.
2nd and 7 at the 23. Firkin. He's got Ray up behind him. Slot in there, drop straight back.
There's some pressure.
Looking out, and he's going to be ripped down, sacked. This time, you're right, the pressure got in there.
Looks like they blitzed.
3rd and 12 for the Warriors.
I don't see a number 25. on my list.
They lost 5 on that. I don't see that either on the defense for Dowling. Here's the snap. Firkin hands off to Ray. Got some room over the right side. Scoots up. He's going to be short of the first down, though. He got tripped up as he crossed the 25.
He picked up about 8 yards and gave his punter the little more cushion there.
So Ray on the run.
That's a good play call there. You don't want to risk an interception or another negative play and really pin yourself back.
Picks up 9, brings up 4th and 3. And that'll send the punter back, Jakovic, back to punt for Waukee. So their first time they were stopped here. They lead 7-0, 5:20 and rolling here in the first quarter. Single safety back for Dowling.
Looks like Kerner back to receive, takes it at the 34. Oh, there's a block in the back.
Yep.
Good, it's going to be a good return, but it's going to
come all the way back. Yep. Kerner is knocked out of bounds on the 35, but flag's down right about where he caught the ball, and it was pretty easy to see that was going to be a penalty, Mike.
Yeah, that's going to be one of those that you're out in the open field, and there's no disguising that one.
So
that's too bad to take away the effort from Kerner there, because that was a solid return there. Broke a tackle and got across midfield.
But it's probably helped him get outside a little farther because of that block. But anyway, it will come back.
So they'll mark off 10 yards. So they'll start from the 26 instead of the other side of the 50.
Tonight's game brought to you by G&L Clothing, a real clothing store with real people selling regular big and tall clothing for almost a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll in Des Moines.
And we've got Walding in this time for Dowling.
So 1st and 10 at the 26 after the penalty, and a run up the middle.
Nice tackle.
That's the running back, Jacob Zachary, number 23.
Jacob Zachary got the on the run.
And Jacob McDonald on the tackle, number 40, put a nice tackle, took the legs out from under him. And
2nd and 6.
So he picks up 4. 2nd and 6, there's a pass out to the wide side. Szyzinski. And
dragged out by Hauk.
That'll be a first down. 1st and 10 up to the 39.
So that's the first down for Dowling tonight.
Kurt Walding, quarterback, trips to the right. One receiver to the left. Throws it out quickly. And up to the 40. Spins around there and thrown out.
That was Craw.
Was it Craw? Yep.
Dobbins on the stop for Waukee, but it was about a 6 or 7 yard gain.
So it'll be 2nd down and 3 at the 46. And he'll take it himself on just a little delay, and he gets close to the first down. Walding.
Yeah, you're very right on there, Dards. Very close.
Looks like, yep, they're going to give him the first down.
Yep.
So
Walding comes in, and immediately a couple first downs for the Maroons.
1st and 10 at the 49. Throws it out quickly to the far side to Jordan Bliss, the flanker. Or Jonathan Bliss, excuse me. And a pickup of 6 for Dowling. 2 receivers to each side. Throws it out there again. It worked. Yep, worked that last time, and it works again here.
First time for 6, and this one gets about 10.
It's just that quick, kind of make him into a running back, Mike. You just flip it out there quick to him and let him go in space, and it's the 1st and 10 at the 45.
Hey, if it works for the Patriots, why not? That's all Brady did last night was 10-yard throws.
3:23 to go. Dowling trailing 7-0. They send those 2 receivers, stack them to the right and 2 to the left, and there's a handoff
Big
to
hold.
the back. He's going to find the room, turns the corner a little bit, and drives all the way upfield. That's Jacob Zachary on the run. And
Wiggins on the tackle.
Johnson, number 4, but that's
Zachary picks up 7. 2nd and 3. Quick look outside, now roll the other way, looking to throw back to his right, and
Just throwing that one away.
threw it high. Yeah, that was a smart play. I think he thought about throwing that, but that could have potentially been a pick 6 because that defender was right there, Mike.
Yeah, it was definitely good coverage there. Was that Bliss again was the intended receiver? Yeah, it was Bliss, and he was well covered.
Walding with Deskin behind him. They stack 2 receivers to each side again. And there's a handoff right up the middle, looking for the first down.
And that
We'll
was Craw.
see.
It'd be close.
tackle made by Nick Anderson.
I think that was Deskin, wasn't it?
Oh, you're right, Deskin.
And
4th down.
they're going to say it's 4th down and 1. And we'll
Looks like they're going to go.
see if Dowling goes for it here.
We got a couple substitutions in, and we'll see what the Maroons have drawn up here to get this next first down.
Sent a man in motion across, and looks like the quarterback's going to keep it. Has a lot of room. Cuts up inside across the 20, inside the 20. Walding on the run. Walding had 95 yards, or excuse me, just 12 yards coming into this, but he had a TD rushing. So he's picked up a little bit of yardage here already tonight, and brings up a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Well, that was a well-executed play right there. They put the back in motion and drew everybody to that side, and here's a little trickery.
Crowder the other way with it, and Waukee stays at home, though, and pulls him down as they try to come with Tommy Wanick, the flanker. They faked it to the right, and then Wanick came back around, and they drop him for a 1-yard loss. So 2nd down and 11 at the 21.
It looked like he might have some room there, but it closed quickly.
Dropping back, looking, throws a slant across, hits his man
Shazinski.
there, the flanker.
Just outside the 10, real close to a first down, but it's going to be a little bit short.
So that'll bring up a 3rd down, and it's either a long one or a short. No, it'll be 2 yards. A little tighter formation. Single back in the backfield. Under center, high snap, hands it off, looking for room, tries to cut it outside. Finally
Deskin.
gets ahead, Deskin, and he made a good move to keep that alive, Mike. It looked like he's going to be stopped short.
Well, I was just going to say that, it looks like you're going to be open, bouncing that to the outside, but Waukee did a good job of stringing that out, but there were no reinforcements there to come up and make the tackle, and he was able to beat Waukee defense to the sideline.
1st and 10 at the 7. Man in motion is Deskin, and then there's a penalty down.
Might be a delay. Nope,
Yep,
a
delay.
false start.
Okay, so
That's not something you want to see when you have 1st and goal.
no. So 2nd penalty against Dowling. Here they have the first one on the return. Well, they send 3 receivers to the left. Bliss is one of them out there. Shazinski on this side. Single back in behind the quarterback. Makes
Another
a
high
handoff.
step.
Looks to Shazinski. Touchdown!
Great catch by Shazinski.
On the slant.
Pretty good coverage too. It was just a well-thrown ball and well-timed by Dowling there.
57.8 seconds to go. Dowling's on the verge of tying this up.
Brett Hauk was on the coverage, was right on Shazinski, but Welding did a good job putting it right on the money, and we may have a tie ball game here.
Oh, here's the extra point attempt. It is up and good. So a 12-yard touchdown pass makes it 7-7 with 57.8 seconds to play. So Dowling, Mike, got the rhythm, found the offense on that drive.
Well, they kind of stole some plays from Waukee playbook there with the 2- and 3-step drops and quick passes, and just get your playmakers out in space and hopefully break a tackle and break a big play. But that was a pretty methodical drive. They mixed in some run and pass, and a good job by Walding on that fourth and 1 picking up the necessary yardage.
So Waukee went 75 yards to score. That was, I believe, a 61-yard drive by Dowling to tie it up here. And a little passing, a little running, mostly passing. As you say, flick it out there quick to those outside guys and let them get in space and run with it. So Dobbins and Primrose back deep to receive for Waukee as we're tied up here. 57.8 to go in the first quarter. CISN.TV is where you can watch. You watch the other games too that are on tonight and get all the scores from tonight's action. As here comes the kick, a high short kick. Primrose comes up and is taken up and fumbled, and looks like Dowling might got on it. Fumbled by the short man, and Dowling jumped on it.
Can't see who's at the bottom of the pile.
But a big first turnover of the game goes to Dowling as that high kick taken by the short man.
Yeah, his face mask got in the way. I think it when you're not used to fielding those.
Yeah, and you almost think he was looking straight up into the lights too, if that played a role in it, because that was a high, just looping kick. Primrose was coming up, the deep guy, but then it hit the short guy, and he fumbled it. So Walding comes back out. Dowling now a chance to take the lead. Twins to each side. Dropping back, quick pass out there to the right to Bliss. Yep. And Bliss will get up for first down yardage. Or no, not first down yardage. He's up just beyond the marker. Pick up a couple.
Looks like they're giving him 4 on the scoreboard. It's kind of hard to tell. We've got all the chain gang there.
Right. Second and 6. Rolling out to the right side.
Craw, I believe.
Craw on the run. And
no, that's Deskin.
Is that Deskin?
5 and 3 are really hard to differentiate.
Hard to get those numbers. And the clock running down. Probably get one more playoff here in the first quarter.
Yeah. And there's no win, so there's no advantage either way here.
3rd and 5 at the 10. Craw in the backfield along with Walding. Craw goes in motion to the left. And
big
Walding
hole,
take it right around the guard. Drives into the end zone. Is he? Nope.
No signal.
Yeah, touchdown.
Okay.
Touchdown. The official was pointing at the ground, Mike, and then he raised his hands. It's a touchdown.
I think the ball came out, and I think he was looking to see where he was when the ball came out, and I think they got the call right because he stretched, kind of looking like John Elway in the Super Bowl there, just trying to get the ball across the plane. So great run by Walding, just followed big number 64 there, Pete Ryan.
Here's the PAT. Is good.
And just like that, it's 14-7 Dowling.
Yep, Dowling goes up with 2.7 seconds to play in the first quarter. So an explosive last couple of minutes here in this first quarter, and also keyed by that turnover.
Right, you definitely, when your opponent makes a mistake, you've got to take advantage of it, and Dowling did just that.
Took that ball, what was that, about the 26 where they started?
Yeah, 26, 24, something like that.
So they go about 26 yards. He went 61 on the first scoring drive, and then go, I think it was around 26 on the second one. But Dowling goes up here with just under 3 seconds left here in the first quarter. Tonight's game brought to you by Atlantic Bottlers, distributors of Core Power, a natural high-protein drink. Gatorade hydrates better than water, and Dasani Water, the pure, delicious taste of Dasani Water. Atlantic Bottlers in Waukee.
We'll see how Waukee handles the kickoff this time.
Well, and two-time defending state champs, and if you give them a gift like that, they cash in, and that's how you win games. You take advantage of those turnovers. Dobbins and back deep along with Primrose. Here's the kick.
Same thing.
Same high lobbing kick, and it's almost fumbled again. But he gets on it this time, and now down it at the 28. Almost exact same spot again for Waukee. as still 0.6 of a second left on the clock here for Waukee.
Ross Shutt, is that? Yeah, Ross Shutt was the return man there.
So here come the Warriors. 1st and 10 at the 28.
Oh, looks like we're going to have a timeout, or nope, false start.
Motion.
Yeah, looks like Adam Rose may have moved.
So the first penalty of the night on Waukee, and they got to be a little shaken here with giving up 14 points here in the last couple minutes, Mike.
And we have 0.6 left in the first quarter, 0.6 seconds.
Firkin drops back, wings it out wide. He has a man.
Penn.
Wide open. Penn down the sideline. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown.
77 yards. So Waukee comes right back.
Oh, wait a minute. The official up here, I think, said he stepped out. The official's bringing the ball back here and said he did step out on the far sideline.
Okay.
Okay.
That's still a big play.
Yeah, huge play at the end of the first quarter. So
that's still a 40-yard pass play from Firkin to Penn.
So they're going to put it, at the 36?
Yes.
Yeah, so they started at 23. So we got 27.
37, 41.
41.
All right, my math was off by a yard, Dar. You got me.
That's all right. Bring up a 1st and 10 at the 36.
Well, we had time to, get our calculator out and figure that out.
We had trouble with that. You're anybody out in Steve Yeager, or Paul Yeager, did last week. Tonight's ball game brought to you by Godfather's. We make pizza the way it's meant to be. Incredible crust, delicious veggies, hearty meats, and 100% cheese. Godfather's Pizza. So, just what I said, it's starting to say Waukee needs to calm down and get back into it here. They go deep to their outside man. We haven't heard anything from Rose yet tonight, but Cade Penn has been busy. Adam Rose, who caught 3 touchdown passes last week, but Cade Penn, and now Penn is lined up on the right side here. 2 receivers to the left. 1 back. Now they wing it out to the left side out there, and that's Winger. And he didn't
not
get
much of a
out
game.
of it. No, out to Winger for maybe 1. So 2nd down and 10.
He might have gotten the length of the ball.
I think they're not going to give him anything on that. They send Ray out, and Lineman comes in to the backfield. Trips to the right. 1 receiver to the left. Lineman kind of slides over in motion, dropping back across.
Oh, right down
the seam. Still going and ripped down at the 4-yard line. That's Tyler Grotehouse with the catch. So from the 36 down to the 4, 32-yard pickup.
Great throw by Firkin, right on the money.
1st and goal. Firkin fakes, gives it to Ray up the middle. Grinding. Did he get there? Well, he's going to be stopped.
Stopped at about the 2.
So pickup of 2 by Ray. 2nd and 2 at the 2. Just underway here in the second quarter. 11 minutes to go. Firkin. Ray back behind him again. Looks to throw it. Now he's trying to run it himself.
Move.
Gets it outside. Is he in? Touchdown, Firkin!
What a move.
Man, he scrambled, put the juke on, and then took it outside. Firkin goes in from 2 yards out. He had to run about 10 yards to get the 2, though, Mike.
What a great job of just staying with it and picking his hole and letting the blocks fall in front of him there. Good job of the receiver out on the left side there of maintaining his block and giving him some daylight there to the end zone.
10:50 to play. Firkin takes it in from 2 yards out, and we're extra point kick away from tying this up. Skylar Crew comes on to kick the extra point. Rose will hold it. Here's the kick. It's up, and it's good. So we're tied up 14-all here with 10:50 to go. These last 4 or 5 minutes, a lot of scoring, Mike.
A lot of offense.
Yeah, these defenses are going to have to try to find their way here a little bit.
I think the pass coverage is going to be something that both coaches will be looking at halftime to make some adjustments if they can't get it done before halftime.
So they took that at the 23. That was a 77-yard drive on, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plays, I think.
Yep, the big play, that 41 yards to Penn to start it out.
Well, with 10:50 to play here, Waukee is set to kick it off again. And back deep is Craw. One of them back there. And
Kerner and
Varner. There's it.
Kerner and Craw back, right?
Yeah, Kerner and Craw, you're right. Back deep to receive for Dowling. And it'll be Skylar Crew to kick it off. We're tied up with 10:50 to play in the first half. He's going to try that high lobbing kick. It's taken at the 30 and down.
Fair catch. Is that Shazinski?
I think so.
No, that's Wanek.
Oh, is it Wanek? But anyway.
These numbers are hard to read.
They are a little bit, aren't they? They're kind of.
I must be old.
Well.
Could be a combination.
Like a little bit of that. I got a new set of glasses, and I'm having a little trouble here with that, you know. Looks like J.T. Brown will come out, take over at quarterback. And
we'll see if he can keep the offense going like Walding had.
1st and 10 at the 30. Fakes a handoff and throws it out to the left side. Lobs it up there. And Primrose back on the coverage, I believe.
You're right. That was Primrose on the coverage and
looking for Szynski out there.
Yes.
Yep.
And they, either one of them probably could have caught that if they'd, I think Primrose was trying to play the man and not the ball, and Szynski was just going after the ball.
There's a handoff to the back, and he's going to be knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He might get back to the line of scrimmage, if that.
Jacob Wiggins, big number 94, in on the stop. So that defensive line of Waukee is doing a good job of stuffing any interior runs.
3rd and 11 at the 29. Big play for Dowling here if they want to get the offense back. Dropping back, wings it outside. It's not going to pick up the first down. Wanek, yeah. But he's going to be short of the first down. Tommy Wanek on the catch. Picks up 5, and they'll bring up 4th down and 6 at the 34 for Dowling.
Heeman to punt, and it looks like Hauk back.
Yep, back to receive
for Waukee.
We'll go back to his own 30. And here's a high kick. Drives him back to about the 27, and he's quickly brought down there.
Good coverage. Look like Craw.
And credit Heeman with a good high punt that allowed the coverage to get down there. Really lobbed it high, and Hauk really had nowhere to go with it.
And pretty good distance, too.
So we'll see. Waukee scored first here, and then Dowling scored the next 2 touchdowns, and Waukee came back, and now we'll see if Waukee can come back. 10 minutes to play, first half, 10:02 to play in the first half. Firkin wings it out to the left side. Got a man out there.
Primrose?
Yep. I think
Gordhouse.
Gordhouse, yep. 16, not 12. And he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Tackle by Dway, Moses Dway, number 4. Junior defensive back, 5'6". I think that's a little generous. He looks.
Trips to the right for Waukee. They're in the dark uniforms. Throws it across high, picked off! Picked off at the 40, 30, 25, 20, 10, knocked down.
Brendan Doherty
Doherty picked it off. It was over the head of Grodehouse high and picked off by Doherty, the first turnover here, or second by Waukee, I should say. And it's returned down.
Inside the 10.
Yeah, into about the 7, where Dowling will take over. First and goal at the 7.
Doherty's a big defensive back, 6'2", 185, and he's one of those seniors on the Dowling defense.
So Dowling cashed in on that fumble on the kickoff, and now they got a chance here to do it again.
So JT Brown.
Yep, sends a man in motion across. And coming over to the left side, looking for room, and gets down to about the 5, and he's stacked up. Brown took it himself.
Like Elias Bell.
Brings up a second.
Oh, Josh Wandera on the tackle for Waukee.
So Brown got 2, second and goal at the 5. High backfield, rolling back, looking, throws across.
Oh, he's got a man.
And touchdown! Who is that?
Bliss, Jonathan Bliss.
Bliss?
No.
Was it?
I think it's Shazinski.
Is that 83 or 82?
What?
It's Blake Benningensos. I think it is.
Either way, it's a touchdown for Dowling, and they'll try and go up 7 here with the extra point, and it is good.
Yep. So
another turnover by Waukee turns into 7 for Dowling.
So Brown to Begensos. From 5 yards out. PAT is good, and it makes it 21-14 Dowling with 8:52 to play here in the first half. So Dowling taking advantage of 2 turnovers. They scored off the fumble on the kickoff and then the interception, Mike, and taking advantage of that, cashing in, getting great field position on those turnovers and putting both of them in the end zone. So that's one thing Coach Carlson will be talking to Waukee about is take better care of the ball.
Well, and you've got Dowling, like I said, that has 9 seniors out of their starting 11. So, you've got that experience there, and one of those seniors came up with that interception and almost turned it into a pick 6. But, Dowling able to punch it in from 7 yards out.
It's like Dobbins and Primrose back to receive for Waukee. And here comes the kick.
Deep one this time.
Yep, that one's going to go into the end zone, will not be returned. And it'll come out to the 20.
Yeah, Cade Penn was the deep man.
And a lot of action here tonight. So tonight's ball game brought to you by the Better Business Bureau. The Better Business Bureau is a leader in the marketplace trust. Before you choose to hire a business, check with the Better Business Bureau. So Waukee comes out, 1st and 10 at the 20, trailing now, 21-14. Firkin. 2 receivers to his right and 1 to his left.
And Ray in the backfield with him.
Ray's his single back there. Kind of that pistol formation. We'll hand off to Ray, left side. Plows into the defender and gets a few yards, but quick reaction by Dowling. That'll bring up second down.
Ross Adi, number 46 on the stop for Dowling. That was a big-time collision there.
Yeah. Pickup of 2. Looks like Grodehouse and Penn to the right. We got 3 to the right. Fakes it to Ray, and now looking for room. Firkin, and he's stacked up and dogpiled on there as Dowling defenders, just kind of a sea of white engulfed him.
Looked like Nico Sigliano was one of the main guys that got him, met him in the backfield.
So he lost the 2 that they picked up earlier, brings up a 3rd and 10 at the 20. Firkin.
Well, they've been able to, get those pass plays when they've needed them.
Sends a slot on the right. Receiver to each side. Drops straight back. Wings it out the left side. Caught. Was he inbounds?
No. Great catch, though. Good concentration there.
Adam Rose, but he's unable to find Rose so far. He found him that time, but Rose was out of bounds on the far side, so it'll be 4th down and 10 at the 20. Unable to pick up any yardage. Well, they picked up 2, but then they lost 2, so they ended up going nowhere on that drive.
No, a 3 and out, and that's not how you want to answer when you turned the ball over and gave up a touchdown. You want to come back and kind of show some progress here.
And if you're Dowling, you look at it, you get a good return here, Mike.
And you have really
good field position. You haven't flipped the field back to your side again. Almost blocked.
Nearly blocked.
High kick taken to 42, 45, 50, inside the 50.
We saw what Kerner did earlier.
Yep.
Another good return.
He takes it down to about the 47-yard line.
And that was Cole Billings that just about took the punt away. Just about took the handoff from the punter.
7:27 to play here in the first half. Dowling leading 21-14, and they get the ball back on the punt. They forced a 3 and out.
And now they're starting in Warrior territory.
And looks like Walding will come back out at quarterback. Trips to this side. Single back in the backfield for Walding. Drops back, looks out to the right side, wings it over there, has a man. And
that's dangerous. That's almost a little unnecessary roughness penalty.
Out to Szynski. And a little extra shove out of bounds over there. Pick up 5, 2nd down and 5 at the 42. We'll have 2 backs with him now. Sends 1 in motion across. And now we'll sneak in behind the up back. Looking for room. Finds some room over the seam. Up to the 30. Spins around inside the 30 down to the 29. Good running by Walding.
And finally brought down by number 40, Jacob McDonald.
So pickup of 7 by Walding. 1st and 10 at the 29. So Walding comes in.
So they put Deskin in motion. That gets some of that linebackers to shift over there, and then that opened up the inside for Walding.
Sends Szynski wide to the right. Deskin the back in there, and fakes it in his belly, takes it over the right side, still goes through, cuts back to the left. Flag down, though. Some holding in there. And right about that spot where he held up and waited, but apparently couldn't shed the block. Lineman in on the tackle for Waukee. And we're going to have a penalty here.
Like Dobbins in on that, helping on that stop. He might have been the one that got held.
So that'll move him back here. Go from the spot foul, I think, isn't it, from the 39?
Correct.
So they'll move it back 10
to the 39.
To the 39.
Going to be 1st and 19, 20.
Yeah, 1st and 20 because he's 1st and 10 at the 29. Came right about the line of scrimmage. So 1st and 20 at the 39 for Dowling. He's got Deskin back there in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right. Wings it out there to the second man.
Szynski
cuts across and is pulled down about the 31.
Gets about 8 back on that.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Wanek.
Not a bad.
McDonald again on the stop, number 40. He's everywhere.
Yeah, not a bad play on that 1st and 20. You pick up 7, and now it's 2nd and 13, so a little more manageable 2nd down here. And a flag down, illegal procedure before the snap. Somebody must have moved in there.
Illegal procedure against Dowling.
They got set or came back up, I don't know. 6 minutes to play here in the first half. Dar Danielson and Mike Early here on CISN.TV. And
so now we're 2nd and 18, and Let's see if Dowling can shorten this up to third and short.
Well, they're trying to get the play in, looks like. And everybody takes off. There's a lob far side over his head.
They're trying to take advantage of the height differential between Brett Hawk, who's listed at 5'9", and Cole Shazinski, who's listed at 6'5".
Maybe a little trickeration there as the backs were looking over like, what's the play? And then they snap it and threw it wide to the left there. 3rd and 18.
Good job by Waukee of not really falling for it because he was pretty well covered.
2 receivers each side, dropping straight back. Lobs it over to the back and way high over the head.
That was well read.
Yeah.
Looks like Cedric Dobbins was over there in coverage.
Yeah, probably not a bad play because he would have been stopped maybe for no gain anyway. We'll see.
You run the risk of an interception or something crazy too. So good job by Walding there of realizing that play wasn't going to go anywhere and just throw the ball away and hopefully, they're going to try a field goal.
They're going to try to bring.
Looks like a 55-yarder, 54-yarder.
To bring Heeman in. Alec Heeman. You see, on the field goal with 5:35 to play. Here's the snap. The kick is low. It's going to be short by maybe 4 or 5 yards there.
Yeah, so landed right at the back of the end zone. Good effort
by Dowling as they kick the field goal with 5:30 to play. They'll turn it back over to
the Warriors.
Heeman now is 0 for 2 on field goal attempts. He tried one last week and didn't make it. And this one is short. So it brings out the offense again for Waukee. Waukee in the dark uniforms there, Dowling in the white. Here's Firkin, receiver to each side. Here. And Firkin drops back.
We got 8 men in the box there for Dowling.
Straight back looking, throws and wings it out the left side and a little long.
Looking for Rose, I believe.
Looked like he had about a step. Still haven't, I don't think Rose has had a reception here yet tonight, Mike.
I don't think he's caught a pass yet.
And he's the guy who caught 3 touchdown passes last week. They were all fairly short ones, like a 4-yarder, an 8-yarder, and I think a 7-yarder. But they're staying with him out there now. They got Grodhouse and Penn to the right here. 2 receivers to the left. Rose is one of them. There's a handoff to Ray. Finds some running room. Almost broke it through up to the 25. Looked like he had a seam and started to go through, and somebody reached in and got him around the waist. That'll bring up
Nico Scigliano.
3rd and 5. Big play here. Big 3rd down for Waukee. They trail 21-14. 5 minutes to play. First half. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Ray in the backfield. Lobs it across to Grodhouse and had the defender right on him. He tried to sling it in there. There's a flag down at the line of scrimmage. No, behind the line of scrimmage. We'll see what that is.
Yeah, that was Kerner on the coverage there.
And Grodhouse roughing the passer. A big penalty here against Dowling. That'll be 15.
First down.
Yep. It was 3rd and 5. So that'll move it up to a first down. Keep the drive alive.
Yeah, and Firkin tried to thread the needle there. Didn't look like there was really much of a lane to get that ball to Grodhouse, and Kerner had good coverage, but doesn't matter. That the penalty takes away from that.
Grodhouse and Penn to the right side. Rose goes in motion. Fumble by Firkin. He falls on it and loses 5. So that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, they're going to mark it 4. 2nd down and 14 at the 36. 4:30 to play here in the first half. Waukee trailing 21-14. Firkin says something to the back, sends Rose in motion to the left. He goes out wide left, dropping back, looking back the other way, across, throws it on the inside slant there and almost got the winger.
They had a lot of lot of confusion there in the backfield for Dowling. Moses Dway was late getting over to cover
his winger.
Cover Ross Shutt on the left slot. So Shutt had nobody on him.
Cade Pennis to this side. Rose to the far side. Birkin dropping back.
A lot of pressure.
Yep, pressure up the middle. And he's sacked. Sacked back at the 25.
Bronte Wells looks like gets the credit for that one.
So that'll be 4th and 23 at the 36. So defense had that big penalty roughing the quarterback, but they come right back, Mike, and recovered from that. And now forced a punt here by Waukee.
Right, that was a good job by the Dowling defense of bouncing back from the big penalty.
Here's the kick, high punt. Called for the fair catch, and it'll be caught up at the 44-yard line.
And that was Craw. Pretty good punt, but still good field position for Dowling here. And I believe Walding will be out at quarterback again for the Maroons with 3:24 left in the first half.
Yeah, about 60-some yards, or less than that, 56 yards to go here with 3:24 to play. They've had some big plays here, taking advantage of a couple turnovers Dowling has to get 2 of their scores. And now it's Walding coming out to quarterback. 2 receivers to each side. Single back in the backfield with him. Lobs it out there. Got some room. Wanek goes up to the 50. Still going and gives a shoulder down and into Primrose going out of bounds.
Big hit by Primrose there to kind of finish him off. But that will stop the clock.
Wanek picks up 6. 2nd and 4 at the 50.
Right at midfield.
3:18 here in the first half. High snap, handled, and inside handoff. Still going, breaking free across for the first down. In there is Jacob Zachary. Seeing a lot of different backs in the backfield for Dowling here. And they'll get up to the line. They'll send Wanek and Szynski to the right side. Single receiver to the left. Single back in the backfield. Lobs it out there again to Wanek. Yep, over his hands, a little hard. And that doesn't really hurt you. It stops the clock with 3 minutes to play here.
Nick Anderson for Waukee was right there on the coverage, but looked like Wanek might have some room to run there if he had come down with that.
Zachary, the back in the backfield, trips to the left. Single receiver to the right here for Dowling in the white. Fakes the handoff, slant across, and he hits him. Szynski up right about the first down marker.
And that's Hawk again, giving up about a foot to Szynski.
And the official says move the chains. It's enough for a first down. 1st and 10 at the 32 for Dowling. Under 3 minutes to play.
That was a good effort by Szynski of knowing where he was on the field and stretching for that first down.
They send Wanek wide to the right. Fake the handoff, rolling under pressure, tries to dump it off to the back. Zachary, but
Drew Lineman.
Yeah, Lineman got in there on Walding and knocked him down. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 at the 32. Dowling leading 21-14, 2:39 to play. Clock stopped on the incomplete pass.
2nd and 10.
And we'll send Wanek to this side now, and a receiver to the right side. Dropping back, rolling to his left, looking for Wanek.
That's a tough throw.
Yep.
Good effort there. I think he did actually catch it, but he was out of bounds. That was Wanek.
Wanek just a down and out, and kind of a fake right roll out back to the left. And as you said, that's not an easy throw to make. And brings up 3rd and 10 here for Dowling.
Good job of Waukee of not falling for the misdirection and sticking with the ball and putting some pressure on Walding to get rid of that maybe a little bit before he wanted to throw it.
Sarcone, they send wide to the right. 2 receivers right, 2 left. And he'll keep it himself. Got some room over the left side. Cuts it outside to the
and
20.
Out of bounds.
And gets the first down and out of bounds. Walding, some good nifty running there, and he'll pick up the first down. Still plenty of time, 2:28 here to go, and they're down to inside the 20.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of managing the clock, and like you said, that pass incomplete, that stops the clock. He gets the first down, stops the clock, and gets out of bounds on top of it. Drew Johnson was on the stop there and knocked Walding out of bounds, but not before he got the first down.
Wanik and Szynski to the right side. Zachary in motion. He's the swing back. He takes the pass, gets inside the 20 to 15, 10 down the sideline, all the way down to about the 2-yard line. As Zachary went in motion to the right side, took the swing pass and gets her down inside the 5.
And Cedric Dobbins had a shot of keeping that to a minimal gain and just wasn't able to wrap him up. And, Zachary's got some good speed and broke that tackle and got to the outside to get a 1st and goal at the 4.
1st and goal at the 4, as you said. 2 backs in there for Walding. Takes the snap, fakes it. He'll keep himself over the left side. Looks like he's got some room. Fakes in. Still going, and then the defense comes in on him.
And Walding got there. Jacob McDonald kind of set the edge there, but
Walding's still down.
But McDonald got kind of swallowed up by one of those big horses up front and wasn't able to get out there, but he made Walding go further to the outside.
Yeah, because he
wasn't able to turn the corner.
He dipped that shoulder to kind of fake him, and then it looked like he might have that angle outside, but then, as you said, the defense closed on him, and he was unable to get out there. Shield Sporting Goods, one of our sponsors tonight. Shield Sporting Goods at 101 Jordan Creek Parkway in the Jordan Creek Mall. Equipment and apparel for all your sporting adventures. And Walding's still down there after the tackle. He got a yard gain on that. And they're looking him over there tonight. We've got Urbandale and Johnston, Southeast Polk and Valley here.
Well, he's
games on CISN.TV. What were you going to say?
Well, he's walking off under his own power, but it looks like he's kind of holding that shoulder a little bit, or his arm. So we'll see.
Well, the good thing about having 2 quarterbacks ready to go is you can just bring JT Brown right in. You don't like to see it in these circumstances, but you got a guy who's had experience already, been in the game, can come in this situation.
Right. He led them to their 3rd touchdown, so he's found pay dirt tonight for Dowling.
That's Deskin with him in there. And
same play.
Yep, running their offside, pushing ahead. Did he get in? Nope. They're not going to give it to him. Not going to give it to him. Looked like he was in.
We need an end zone camera there.
Well, yeah, we're at the angle here, but looked like he might have been in. Our camera guy over here says that he was.
The only thing I could think is that they stopped his forward progress, and then
Justin Smith, our cameraman, says it looked like from his lens there that he was in.
I don't know
but he's not wearing a striped shirt, so his
opinion doesn't matter.
No.
So 3rd and goal inside the 1 and under a minute to go.
Here we go. Stacked in the backfield. Sends a man in motion. High snap. If you take it to the right side, he'll walk in. Untouched. Whoa. JT Brown from 1 yard out.
That snap was just inches away from being a disaster for Dowling, but Brown did a great job of corralling that. And
sometimes that can throw off the defense if they see that high snap and they stop a minute,
Yeah, you flinch and think, do I go after the fumble? But Brown hung with the play, and now we're kicking the extra point to try and make it 28-14 before half.
So Dowling with 45.3 seconds. Here's the snap, and the extra point kick is good. And 28-14. The
great job of blocking on that touchdown too, because you could have driven a truck into the end zone.
Largest margin so far, two touchdowns for either team here. Waukee pulled out early. Dowling came back, scored 2 in a row. Waukee answered. Now Dowling's scored 2 in a row to go up 28-14 with 45.3 seconds left to play here in the first half. Dar Danielson, Mike Early with you. As we said, Justin Smith on the camera, Steve Dickinson running the controls here. And on CISN.TV. Appreciate you listening in, watching with us here tonight. And we'll try to get you some other scores here, too, as we go along here at the half. And high-scoring affair, Mike. The defense, we've seen a few stands here, but so far we've had 42 points given up here in this first half. And some quick strike offenses.
Well, the initial possessions, it looked like the offenses were really struggling to get it going, and then they kind of hit their stride, and I think the Dowling defense made some adjustments that have slowed Waukee down. And then we, had the couple turnovers by Waukee that set up two short touchdown drives for Dowling.
Dobbins, the deep man for Waukee. Going to come down to him. We'll take it in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And Waukee will get it 1st and 10 at the 20 with 45.3 seconds to play here in the first half.
We've seen Waukee come up with some big plays. We had that long pass at the end of the first quarter there.
And they have not got a pass to Adam Rose yet. He had 3 touchdowns last week.
He's been covered well tonight by Moses Dway over there, number 4.
He's wide to the left here.
That's like Revis Island over there, apparently.
Firkin hands it off up the middle. It looked like a face mask, didn't it?
Yeah.
Did the flag come in?
Yes.
Okay. So
yeah, that was another obvious one that's not gonna escape the referee's attention there.
He picked up about 4, but they'll tack 15 onto that, I believe. And that only used about 5 seconds, so.
Penalty stops the clock, 40 seconds to go.
4th penalty against Dowling, just 1 here tonight against Waukee.
Now you've got that free 15 yards.
Yeah.
Now that kind of changes what maybe Waukee was looking to do with this drive.
So that brings up a 1st and 10 at the 39. Here's Firkin, twins to each side. Drops back, looks to his left, wings it out there. Got his man Rose. Rose gets out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
And Dowling is kind of in a soft zone there where they're trying to keep everything in front of them. But I think Waukee has shown that their receivers can, and Firkin has done a good job that they can pick it apart and get out of bounds and stop the clock.
32 seconds to go, first half. Here's Firkin. 2 receivers to each side.
Ray in the backfield.
Yep. Rose is the far left side. Cade Penn, the far right side receiver here. Dropping back, Firkin. Looks right to Penn. Cuts into the middle, and it's overthrown.
Ooh.
Almost picked off there.
That was Drew Madden who had his hands on there, number 32.
Penn was coming down and looked like he went to the post there, and then
I think he took a different angle than what Firkin was thinking, and
Firkin thought he was going to keep going straight, and he took the post.
That could have been because of Madden was right in his path, so he had to break it off a little bit early.
2nd and 10, 26 seconds to go. Firkin drops back, looking, throws it outside again, over the head of his man there. That was Grodhouse. And that stops the clock with 21.4 seconds to go, brings up 3rd down.
Jacob Hummel on the coverage there for the Maroons.
3rd and 10. Grodhouse and Cade Penn to this side. Rose and Winger to the left side.
I look for a double move here. Pump fake double move.
Well, if Firkin could get some time, he's got the speedy guys on the outside. And he gives it to Ray then.
Nope, it's going to be a draw play.
A draw. And he's going to won't get the first down.
Like Elias Bell on the tackle.
Bring up 4th down. And timeout Waukee, their first timeout of the night. 15.3 seconds play in the first half. Waukee trailing 28-14.
We could see a BYU here.
Yep. Schottenkirk Chevrolet, exceptional people and exceptional experience for you. Always the power of price. Schottenkirk Chevrolet, 755 West Hickman in Waukee, one of our sponsors tonight. Broadcast also brought to you by Bob Oliver Heating and Cooling. Our goal is to deliver the best customer service with over 20 years and 4 generations of professional service. Bob Oliver Heating and Cooling. And Don't quite need the heater up here tonight, but we may by the time this game is over. It's cooled off a little bit out there, but pretty good playing weather, I think, for the players.
Yes, you're not going to run into any cramping tonight, I don't think. And, this is what fall football is all about.
Okay. Penn and Grotehouse to the right, Rose and Winger to the left for Firkin. Drops back, pressure, throws it out wide.
He's got Penn.
Penn has a step, and he tried to come back, a little underthrown there. Had him out there, and that'll turn the ball back over to Dowling. So
Madden was step for step with Penn, but it was underthrown, and Penn made the play on the ball, but it was just he wasn't able to come up with the catch. And
I think Firkin had to release that a little quicker than he wanted because of that pressure up the middle. Good pressure up the middle by Dowling. But if he could lob it out there, and Penn, you're right, he did try to come back against the defender and almost made a nice play on the ball. 9.7 seconds to go. We'll see if Dowling just takes a knee here and is content to go in with a 2-touchdown lead.
That's what it looks like.
Yep.
Victory formation.
So they take the snap, and that'll run out the first half clock here.
Exciting first half.
28-14, the Dowling Maroons looking to go to 2-0 on the season. Waukee looking to go to 2-1, and they'll head off to the locker room here tonight. And just a lot of action out of these two offenses here. I got started in, as you said, first quarter there. It looked like things are kind of slow, and then late in that first quarter, it kind of picked up, and the offenses really started to make some big plays.
Right. Big play by Waukee was that 41-yard pass to Penn that, had he not stepped out of bounds would have been a touchdown. But they ended up getting the touchdown anyway. And that just both offenses seem to be ahead of the defense at this stage of the season. But, some of Dowling's senior defensive leaders have stepped up and made some plays here and there. Created a couple turnovers that Dowling was able to convert into touchdowns, and that's the difference in the game.
Tonight's halftime brought to you by Powerade. Give your game some flavor with Powerade. And let's look at the first half scoring. Waukee got on the board first. It was a 1-yard run by Ray with 8:13 to play in the first quarter. The kick was good, and Waukee was up 7-0. About 8 minutes later, 57.8 seconds to play, Walding to Szynski, a 12-yard pass for a touchdown by Dowling in the first quarter. That made it 7-7. Then the kickoff fumbled. It was a high kick that was fumbled by the up man. Dowling took it, and Walding ran it in from 8 yards out with 2.7 seconds to play in the first quarter. The kick was good, and it was 14-7 Dowling. Moved to the second quarter, and Waukee made a comeback. They got a couple big plays, got it down to the 2-yard line where Firkin ran it in with 10:50 to play in the second quarter. From 2 yards out, Ben Firkin, the quarterback, takes it in, and it's 14-all. Dowling came back with 8:32 to play there in the second half. It was Brown to Bengenson, a 5-yard touchdown pass, and that made it 21-14. And was that off? That was the one off the interception, I think, wasn't it?
Yes.
After the interception there, Dowling then was able to cash that in.
The interception by Doherty took it down to the 7.
7, and then they'd had a play, and then a pass 5 yards out, Brown to Bengenson with 8:32 to play, made it 21-14 Dowling. Then Dowling scored here late in the first half, 45.3 seconds to go. J.T. Brown, the 1-yard run after Walding got hurt, trying to run it in himself. He got tackled and went out of the game. Brown came in. He took it in from 1 yard out. PAT was good and made it 28-14 for Dowling. Look at some of the other stats. Turnovers, a fumble and interception, which Dowling turned into points off of the Waukee fumble and interception. Dowling had 4 penalties, Waukee just 1 penalty. But so far, you got to say turnover, the key in that first half for Waukee, turning the ball over, giving it to Dowling in good field position, and they scored both times, Mike.
Very opportunistic offense by Dowling tonight. Like you said, taking advantage of those 2 turnovers and the short field. The first drive was 26 yards, I think, something like that, and then the other one off the interception where Doherty almost got it into the end zone, but was pushed out at the 7. Those two things are what good teams do. You make a mistake and they take advantage of it and turn that into points. And on the interception, looked like Waukee was mounting a pretty good drive. They were getting some momentum back, and then that was just a pass I think just got away from Firkin, and Doherty took advantage of that and got like a 40-yard return on it down to the 7. So
and they're playing some good tight coverage, and Firkin's a senior. He's got a good arm. He's looking to get it in there, and he's thrown some pretty good balls, but those receivers are having to work to get open when they come on those inside routes, aren't they?
Right, and like you said, Adam Rose last week had 3 touchdowns, and he got his first catch here late in the first half, his first catch. And so that tells me that Moses Dway is a pretty good cover guy, and they're using their other weapons, which they've come through in the game. We've seen some big plays from Penn and Primrose. So they, Waukee has some playmakers. It's just those two turnovers, turned into 2 touchdowns.
Well, the Waukee marching band is out there, and they're laying on the field, not doing a lot of marching at the moment. But we'll take a pause here and listen to a little bit of the Waukee marching band here at halftime. We are at halftime here. It is West Des Moines Dowling leading Waukee 28-14. Dar Danielson along with Mike Early. Trying to run down some other scores. Looks like on our other game here, Valley over Southeast Polk 28-0. And wow, Southeast Polk lost their first two games by 4 points in the final seconds, but they're trailing here in the other game you can see on CISN.TV. And let's see if we get a score on that Urbandale-Johnston game, a big rivalry there. And looks like Johnston 17, Urbandale nothing at the half. Yeah. 17-0 Johnston over Urbandale at halftime. So a couple scores there, and I believe Waukee goes to play Johnston next week on the road at Johnston. And Johnston, a surprising start, talking about close games. They've won their first two games by close scores here. Last week on a field goal late, and so they've started off the season with 2-0, and let's see, let me grab that schedule. I believe, yes, they're at Johnston, Waukee next week, so they've got a little bit of work to do here tonight, and I guess defensively maybe get a little more pressure, but I think Dowling is doing enough, Mike, to kind of mix that offense enough, is making it a little bit harder on that defense.
Right, and even when the Waukee offense got a break on a roughing the passer, they came out and then they fumbled the snap, and just when they're getting something going, they're shooting themselves
15 yards,
in the foot.
and then they went a 4 and out on that. Yeah, and they ended up taking advantage of that here toward the end of the half.
Right, so that. Waukee, a couple plays here and there, they always say this is a game of inches, and they were just inches away from a big fourth down completion to Penn right there at the end of the half, too. And, just some little things here and there that go Waukee's way, and they're back in the game. And, I wouldn't say they're out of it at this point because, if they eliminate those turnovers, it's a tie game.
You got to wonder, Dowling, their quarterback, went out, Walding, and, the good thing is that they have Brown that came right in there, but you wonder, too, how that'll impact. And Brown showed that he was running the offense very well when he's been in there, so we'll see if Walding comes back or if Brown stays with it. And it appeared early Walding was throwing it a little bit better early on, but Brown came in, and he did a nice job coming in, too, in the series that he came in.
Yeah, Brown did a good job at his first few passes. A couple of them had got batted down, and then Walding came in and seemed to have the passing lanes. They're both listed at the same height, so I don't think that was the issue. But I think they just changed the protection a little bit and opened up the passing lanes a little bit for the quarterback, and Brown hasn't had a pass knocked down since then, so I think he's gotten a little more comfortable in the pocket too, and finding his receivers. And I think the thing that's really telling is probably the difference in the rushing yardage, because I would guess that Dowling has probably twice as many yards rushing as Waukee does. And I think that's been kind of the difference, too, between the two teams.
Right. That's been – Ray is a good back, but he doesn't appear to have that breakaway speed. When he gets the holes, he's able to get you the yards there. And then, too, we talked about getting the ball out there to Adam Rose. Just one reception for him in that first half. So we'll see if maybe they can do some more things to get him open. But Dowling's, of course, been king on him after the 3-touchdown effort last week, and he had, I think, one of their only touchdowns the week before, so he has been their big go-to guy, and they've been able to really kind of keep him in check here tonight.
Right, and Waukee did a good job of getting other players involved and trying to spread the Dowling defense out, and Dowling, they've been able to get some pressure, and part of that pressure has been because the coverage has been pretty good. Once they took away some of those the slants and the two or three big plays that Waukee offense had in the first half. I think the defense is by Dowling has adjusted to that and taken that away, and now Waukee's got to find something else that's working. And and if they can get the ground game going a little bit, that'll slow down that pass rush.
And also hang on to the ball. 2 turnovers. I mean, that's the difference in the ball game right now. 2 touchdowns off of turnovers for Dowling. So Coach Carlson probably telling the Waukee Warriors, hang on to that ball.
Right, and if you're one of the up guys, you've got to make sure you catch it because, you've got 10 guys barreling in on you when you're one of the up guys trying to field the kickoff. And
it is a little different because you don't usually get that a lot, that short kick, because you're usually expect, especially at 4A, you expect it to go deep and back to the deep guy, and then you get that short lob kick in there, and you're sometimes caught unaware what to do with it.
And those up guys typically are your blocking tight ends and that kind of thing. So they're not usually the pass catchers and the hands team up there.
So both teams out warming up here to start the second half, getting ready to go. We talked about it. The scoring came with Waukee first with 8:13 to go. Ray ran it in from a yard out. Then Dowling answered with 57.8 to go. Walding to Szynski from 12 yards out, made it 7-7. Dowling then had a Walding run from 18 yards out, made it 14-7. Waukee answered and tied it up with a Firkin 2-yard run with 10:50 to go. That made it 14-all. Then Dowling scored the last 2 times here. One off an interception with 8:32 to go. Brown to Bengenson, 5 yards out, made it 21-14. And then with 45.3 seconds to go, J.T. Brown took it in from 1 yard out after Walding was injured. And looks like Walding's down there with the ball. I'm going to throw it a little bit, so that's good to see, Mike. Looks like he's trying to work that out. Maybe, I think it was the shoulder looked like when he came down, was tackled.
Well, that's what I was afraid of because it looked like it was his passing arm that he was kind of being a little ginger with as he came off the field. But he's throwing the ball, playing catch with Brown, and they're warming up together, and he's putting some good zip on the ball, so it doesn't look like it's really affected him too much. So that's good news.
Yeah, good to see that he's back out there, and we'll see if they go back to the alternating on series here with their quarterbacks. Is getting ready for the start of the second half. The halftime again brought to you by Powerade. Give your game some flavor with Powerade. And man, a real good crowd here on hand tonight on the far side. Waukee and the Dowling fans have really turned out well here. And I guess you got 2 back-to-back state championships. You bring the crowd out and a good fan support here for the Dowling Maroons tonight.
Definitely well attended tonight. A lot of good support. Haven't heard too many. There haven't been a lot of calls by the officials in general, so nobody really, complaining about anything not going their way.
Yeah, really, that's been a fairly well-played game. A few penalties here and there, but not a lot. Now, Waukee did defer at the start of the game, so I'm assuming they'll take the ball here to start the second half and try to get right back at it. Coach Tom Wilson for the Dowling Maroons, and it's Scott Carlson for the Waukee Warriors. They'll bring him in and give him their final instructions here as we get ready to start the third quarter on the CISN.TV. And appreciate you watching in, listening in tonight. And
getting a little AC/DC to get these guys going here in the second half.
Getting ready to start it off. It's getting a little chilly out there now. A little breeze blowing. And although not real heavy, the flag's not moving too much there in the end zone. So
no, we're up in the good seats, so we're getting the breeze.
So
no hot chocolate out in the stands.
No, not yet. Not quite that type of weather. And as you said, most of the fans are prepared for a little bit cooler weather with their jackets here tonight. Looks like Dobbins will be back to deep man to receive for, that is Is that 22 or 25?
That's Penn. That's
There's
Penn.
Cade
25.
Penn. So that is 25, not 22, not Dobbins. Okay. So Penn is the deep man back there.
Well, Dobbins is
the up man, on this side. And then on the far side, is that Hauk? Anyway, here's the kick, and it isn't going to matter. It's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. When it gets in and breaks the plane in high school, you don't get a chance to return it out of the end zone. And
Penn looked like he really wanted to take that upfield too.
Yeah, he's been anxious. And when you've seen him, he has some speed. He's been anxious to get out there and show it off and make something happen. So the second half, 1st and 10 at 20.
He's split out wide right here. Let's see if they go his way.
Firkin, the quarterback, trips to the right. Rose, the single receiver, to the left for Waukee. Grotehouse, one of the other receivers here to the right with Winger.
And Madden giving Penn a pretty good cushion there.
There's the snap. Fake the handoff. Rolling. Firkin will take it himself. Cuts it across. Back outside. Got some room. Up across the 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. Knocked out of bounds on the far side. So,
great run and a great block by Adam Rose that really sprung it on the cutback.
He's rushed for 54 yards this season, and we haven't seen him run much himself, but that time, that's a good way to get the second half started. Takes it down to
36-yard run to start the second half
by Firkin.
And again, that was Rose when he got into the middle on a cutback. Rose shielded Moses Dway enough that he couldn't grab Firkin, and it sprung him.
Firkin, receiver to each side. Handoff to Ray up the middle, pounds into the side there. Did the ball come out or no?
I'm not sure if that was the ball or a shadow or something.
Yeah, it looked like something came out. I think it was just a shadow, but Ray pounds it ahead, picks up 2 yards on that.
And more importantly, gives Firkin a little breather.
Yeah.
He's got to be winded after that 36-yard run.
Firkin with Ray. Fakes it to Ray, swings it out to Penn, and he's going to be ripped down immediately behind the line of scrimmage. So they read that.
Yeah, Drew Madden. That was kind of a slow developing screenplay, but if Madden doesn't make that tackle, I think Penn has a little bit of room there.
3rd and 12 at the 46, a loss of 4. 3 receivers left, one to the right. Cade Penn, the one to the right. You got Rose, Winger, and Grotehouse to the left. Ray's the back in the backfield. It's Waukee in the dark uniforms. Dowling switching around defense. There's a lob over the left side, and he's trying to go to outside. He had Winger down the seam, and Winger didn't really look like he was looking for the ball there.
No, it didn't. And was it Rose on the outside?
I think so.
And the ball kind of landed halfway in between them.
Between the middle. If it had been thrown, I don't know if he expected Winger to go more inside, but it looked like they had a couple steps on the defenders back there. And Dowling was doing a lot of movement in the backfield back there in defense. They were a little confused, I think, on that coverage.
Well, I think what they're doing is they're waiting for they're showing a defense, and then they're waiting for the call to come in from Waukee, and then they're changing up their defense, trying to throw off their blocking schemes.
Punt. Pressure, and it goes shanked it off the right side as he got heavy pressure and tried to get it away, and that punt's going to go about a yard.
And
a 1-yard punt.
Urema Robertson, number 60 there for Dowling on the sideline, tried to field that. Didn't do a very good job of it there in front of the bench, but that's a big break for Dowling that gives them a short field. That was an opportunity by Waukee where they could have really pinned
them back deep,
pinned Dowling Catholic deep, and instead they're starting at their own 46.
So that 36-yard run to open up the half here goes for naught as they have to turn it over, and then they get a short punt on the deal.
Looks like Brown starting the second half.
Yep. Hands it off. And bouncing to the outside and picking up a little yardage out of nothing there was
Deskin.
Deskin, yep.
And it looked like he had a little trouble on the exchange from Brown. I wonder when you have 2 quarterbacks how much work they actually get on those exchanges, because that did not look very smooth right there.
2nd and 8. at the 48 for Dowling. Dropping back, throwing it out quickly.
Shizinski.
Yep, finds Shizinski.
He is a big target.
He is.
What did I say, 6'5"?
6'5", 165. Lanky, I guess, would be one description for him. And
He looks bigger than 165, doesn't he?
he does a little bit. He picked up 7, 3rd and 1,
The Hawk was on the coverage there.
45-yard line. Twin receivers each side. There's a single back. I'll hand it to him. And he
Deskin
cuts
again.
across the left side, gets some room. Almost tiptoes down the sideline. Still going and pushed out. Nope.
32.
He did step out up here. Yep. They got him out up here at the 32.
I didn't hear a whistle, though.
I didn't either.
I think he was more concerned about getting the proper spot than blowing the play dead.
Yeah, the official came in, and he didn't really wave his arms to say he was out either, but he picked up the yardage needed for a first down.
And they've gone to a little bit of a hurry up here.
1st and 10 at the 38. Quick pass out to the right side, the slot to Wanek. Yep.
And he's wrapped up.
Right on top of the stick. We'll see if they give him anything on that.
Drew Johnson on the stop for Waukee.
Chain gang crew had to get out of the way on that one. Then we'll call it no gain, 2nd and 10 for Dowling. Hands off to the back again. He skips over, kind of goes through the hole there. Deskin, and good running up the gut.
And Hawk on the stop. And Jacob McDonald in there too.
So makes it a 3rd and 1 at the 20-yard line.
If I'm not sure who's tackled anybody for Waukee, I'm just going to say Jacob McDonald because he's in on about every stop.
He's in there.
Very active linebacker for the Warriors.
Brown is Deskin right behind him. Fakes it to him and gets
Brown
tripped up.
Tripped over the big number 64.
His own lineman, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Peter Ryan.
Dominic Bacan Lemvon.
Oh, on
Just,
that defense you're saying, yeah. He got in there and tripped him up.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, Pete Ryan, you were.
So they'll send Bliss and Sarcone to the right. 2 receivers to the left. Dropping back, wings it out there and caught and close to the first down. We'll see where they mark that out there.
It is going to be close.
Sarcone
and wrapped up McDonald again on the stop, and looks like they're going to turn it over on downs to Waukee.
You talk about big. Sarcone 6'6", 230, and he couldn't quite get the lean. They did a good job of stopping him there, Mike, right at the first down marker.
And McDonald, he's done a good job of what I've noticed with him is when a ball carrier meets him head on, they stop. I mean, he's not one of those guys that falls backward and the runner gets another extra yard.
So Waukee takes over on downs, 8:58 to play in the third quarter. They trail 28-14. Firkin keeps it himself. Finds a little room, still going, and is finally pulled down close to the first down.
Elias Bell on the stop from his right defensive end.
We'll give him 9 on that. Where are they going to spot? No, they're spot a little farther back, so we'll give him 7 on that, or 8. 2nd and 2 at the 32. Firkin hands it off this time to Ray. He plows up the middle for the first down. Across the 35 to the 37, Daniel Ray with the pickup.
First down for Waukee, and that's what Waukee has to do, get some running game going,
yep.
and then that should open things up in the pass.
Go to Ray again, scoots around behind his blockers over on the left side, and he'll pick up maybe 4. You're right, you just keep punching in that middle, then maybe that frees up Rose and Penn on the outside, and you bust one of those.
Right, and the Dowling has been, protecting against the pass, and that's what opened up for Firkin's run on the opening play of the second half.
Penn and Grotehouse to this side, looking for Grotehouse, swinging it out there, caught it at the 40, trying to slip a tackle, and slides ahead and gets triple teamed and brought down. And
Madden on the stop, along with
Jacob Hummel had him around the ankle too, I think, wasn't it? 45, yeah.
Hummel, and then Lyle Finney came in too, number 48.
3rd and 5 at the 42 for Waukee. 7:29 to play here in the third quarter. They got Winger and Rose wide to the left, Cade Penn here to the right side, and that's Ray in the backfield with Firkin.
They're showing blitz, and there he comes.
Hands it to Ray, and he just tripped up as he looked like he was picking up some steam on the left side. And that's going to make about a 4th and 4, a 4th and 3 for Waukee. And
Hummel on the stop again for Dowling.
you don't really want to try it here and give it to Dowling in their own territory.
No, but you definitely need more than a 1 yard
Yeah,
punt.
you got to get a little better than a 1 yard punt. Although they did recover, you got to give the defense credit on that. They recovered and forced a turnover on downs after that punt. Yankovic will come out to punt it now. Look like hopefully you can get a.
And Kerner back to receive for Dowling. He's a dangerous return man.
Here's the snap. This
Much
time
better.
Yep, good high punt. Kerner comes up to the 25.
Fumble!
Waukee is on it! And the first turnover of the night for Dowling.
Cedric Dobbins on the coverage.
So fumbled punt sets up Waukee in great field position.
Well, Kerner was catching the ball in traffic, and it looked like he had a window to turn up field with that. But you got to catch the ball first, and I'm not sure if it was Dobbins or not, but one of the first Waukee coverage guys down there, I think, got in Kerner's face a little bit, and he wasn't able to field it cleanly.
1st and 10 of the 19. Rose to the left, Cade Penn wide to the right for Waukee. Looking for Penn, throws to the corner. Oh, no, just off his hands. Nice pass, but just couldn't quite bring it in.
Drew Madden on the coverage there, number 32. But what a well-thrown ball there by Firkin. He put it right on the money, and that's a hard catch to come down with. But Firkin put it where he had to give Penn a chance at it.
2nd and 10.
Would have been a big turnaround.
They got Shut, the tight end on the right side. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Down the line, Firkin keeps it himself, looking for some room. Still going inside the 15, carries the pile ahead down to about the 12. Showing a little power there out of the quarterback.
Firkin listed at 6'2", 190, and he dragged about six maroon defenders there.
Picks up 7, 3rd and 3 at the 14 for Firkin. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Fakes a handoff, rolling, looking to his right, and Doherty.
Nope, they're calling it incomplete. It was Doherty again.
But the receiver went out and he threw it inside. There was a mix-up on that pattern there.
Yeah, Brendan Doherty.
I think Roadhouse, he cut out toward the pylon, and he threw it inside, and it went incomplete. So a missed opportunity there.
Wow, that would have been a huge play for Dowling if Doherty comes up with the ball.
So Waukee 4th and 5 at the 14. They're going to go for it here. Cade Penn to the right, Rose to the left. Firkin down the line, fakes it, looks back, screen to the other way, cuts it up inside. He's got the first down, driving for the goal line, and he'll be stopped.
Stacked up right about the 5 or 6 yard line.
And that'll be 1st and goal at the 6.
What an effort there.
And
was that Grotehouse?
I think it was. Hand off to Ray. He slips a tackle and is pulled down.
No gain.
No gain there. Coming up on 5 minutes to play. 5:07, the clock is stopped. As Waukee trying to take advantage here of a turnover off a punt. Just about had it picked off in the end zone. So the Grotehouse and Winger will come out right to the right along with Cade Penn. Ray in the backfield. Rose is the receiver on the left side. Firkin fakes it. Slant into Grotehouse, and he didn't turn to look for it. It hit him right in the arm.
And Kerner on the coverage right there. I know there was some contact there. Not enough to really disrupt Grotehouse, though.
On that slant, you got to take 2 steps and look, don't you? I mean, if he turns, that ball's right in the breadbasket, but it hit him in the arm.
And I can't quite see who was coming in on the blitz there for Dowling. It looked like they were going to have 2 men over on Rose, and one of them shot right into the backfield.
Okay, looks like they're bringing Shutt back in, the tight end in there. Receiver to each side, dropping back, looking for Penn on the fade.
Oh, they got
out of the end
They
zone.
flagged that one.
Yep, there was hand pushing all the way. Dowling fans don't like that, but that was a good call.
There was a lot of contact there while the ball was going in, and that's all. 90% of the time is going to go against the defender on that.
So penalty against Dowling. That'll make it
a first down.
First down.
Do they mark it at the 1?
I think they put it at the 1, don't they?
Since it occurred in the end zone.
Either that or they're talking about it right now.
Good effort by Penn trying to make a play on the ball, and Madden. I think if Madden turns and looks for the ball, they probably don't throw a flag.
So 1st and 10 to put it at the 3. They give him half the distance.
That's a tough play on the if you're the defender there too, because you're on an
Same
island
formation.
over
Firkin hands off to Ray, looking to go to the left side corner, and he's
gets down to about the 2.
Yeah,
we'll see where they spot it.
Kind of rode him down there.
They started from the 3-yard line, so they go half the distance.
Yeah, they went. Well, they were at the 6 where the penalty was, so they went half the distance.
Okay.
And
so the scoreboard says 4th and 3.
Well, that can't be right, is it?
I guess.
4th down.
Maybe they waved the play. Waved off the flag.
There's a pitch back deep. He's going to be stopped. Hammered at the 1. Still going. Did he go in? Still going. Now there's no signal. It'll turn over to Dowling.
Wow.
Goal line stand there. Well, it looked like he was stopped, and it looked like the pile was still moving. And he stopped. Short of the end zone.
Looked like Aaron Fritz was in on that. It looked like they opened up the hole, the offensive line for Waukee, and then all of a sudden there was nothing but white jerseys waiting for him.
I'm a little confused on that penalty, why it wasn't the first down.
I think they may have waved it off because it should have been a first down if the penalty, if they had called the penalty, it would have been an automatic first down for Waukee, and they didn't. So they must have waved the flag off saying that the pass was uncatchable or something.
Goes back to Dowling, 1st and 10 at the 2 with 4:03 to play. Or the 1-yard line now, and trying to just get a little room. Busted over the right side.
Was that Brown?
I think so.
Yes.
Yep. Well, Brown gets 1. Makes it, or we'll give him 2. 2nd and 8.
At the 3.
3-yard line. So moved it out from the 1. Not a lot of room back there. Snap, handoff, looking for room and stacked up again.
Is that Zachary?
I think it might be, yep. Zachary.
Yep, maybe a couple.
So
McDonald was the first one to meet him in the hole.
So Zachary gets a yard, brings up third and 7. Coming up on 3 minutes to play at the 4-yard line of the Maroons. Twin receivers to each side. Quick out, outside, and he's got some room and busts ahead for the first down. Wannick makes the catch and takes it ahead. The flanker
got out to the 15, it looks like.
So hard to know who to defend when they spread that out with those doubles to each side, isn't it?
Right, and if you get up too tight and you get burned deep, there's nobody behind you. So you've got to give a little bit of a cushion.
So Maroons have some breathing room now up to the 15. 1st and 10 at the 15. Dropping back. He looked to his left, now turns to his right. Now will try to run with it and gets pulled down. Brown.
Quarterback taken down by number 94, Jake
And
it looks like
99, Josh Wandera.
they're going to lose a couple on there.
Wandera and Wiggins on the stop there for Waukee.
So he's 1st and 10 at the 15, but now 2nd and 12 at the 13. We'll keep 2 backs in. High snap, hands it to the deep back, up across the middle, finds some room. Punches up across the 20.
That's Zachary
again, yep. So those
Nick Anderson, number 7, up from his defensive back spot. And
big boys up front, Peter Nank, Peter Ryan, Matthew Bates, Zach Ross, and Alex Palmy finding some yardage there. 3rd and 4 at the 21 for Dowling. 1:38 to play. They lead 28-14. Nobody scored here in the second half so far. High snap, wing it out again to the far side, and he's going to be up close to the original line of scrimmage, but I don't think he's going to get enough for the first down, as Wanik that time couldn't bust free.
no, they were they got 2 guys right there on him right as he got the ball, so there was no room for Wanik to run there. But important thing for Dowling is they've got a little room here to punt the ball away and hopefully not give Waukee very good field position here.
Hauk drops back with a chance maybe for Waukee, though, to flip the field, Mike, if they get a good return.
Well, Waukee's offense, they've moved the ball here in the second half, but they've had some miscues that have slowed their drives.
And shut off at the 1 on the big defensive play. Here's the snap. Good high punt. And that's going to drop out of the lights at the 39. Hauk, all he could do was call for the fair catch because height on that gave the defense a chance to get down there under it.
Right, Moses
Coverage.
Dway was one of the first guys down there along with number 48, Lyle Finney. Right there, if Hauk takes off with it, he's probably going to get wrapped up there. So smart play by Hauk to just take the fair catch and have pretty good field position for your offense.
1st and 10 at the 38. Firkin, 2 receivers to each side. Here looks like Grodhouse and Cade Penn to this side. Rose and is that winger on the far side with Ray again in the backfield. Drops back in the shotgun. Hands off to Ray. He cuts her on the left side, looking to turn the corner. Can't quite get there, though. And he'll be knocked down after pickup of a couple.
No, Dowling, their defense does a good job on those running plays of stringing that out. And Firkin's got that read where he can keep the ball or not. And they did a good job of maintaining their assignments and limiting that gain.
Here's a snap. Cross into Grodhouse, the slant into Grodhouse, and that's been there, but it's been good tight coverage, hasn't it?
There's good coverage there, no flag. So, those slot receivers have to do a better job of getting some separation and giving a target for Firkin.
Stops the clock with 35 seconds to go. We got winger Grodhouse and Cade Penn to this side. Rose wide to the left side. Rose looking for some room, throws it out, and
Kerner.
It's overthrown. Yep.
Kerner was the only one with a shot at it, and he had to make a dive and still couldn't get it.
Looking for Cade Penn over there, but he couldn't.
There were 2 guys right there. Kerner and Madden were both right there with him. So
Firkin tried to throw it up and let him run under it, but as you said, the defender's right back there, so it'll be a 4th down. 29 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. Dowling up 28-14. We go this 29 seconds. There will be no scoring here yet in the second half as we had
barring a return.
Yep, all of our 42 points so far put up in the first half.
Well, one of the best offensive plays for Waukee was a fumble by Kerner on a punt return. So, one hopper to the punter, and he gets it away.
Yep. Bounces out and ends up being a pretty good deal for Waukee.
Just kept rolling there.
And goes out inside
Just outside the 20, they're marking it.
Yeah, must have bounced out there. I thought they were going to mark it about the 18, but they move it up to about the 22. So just a little bit better field position on the exchange.
And very lucky there on the poor snap to the punter, and he did a good job just getting that away. And, you know, when the ball hits in front of the returner, you never know what's going to happen. It could bounce and hit one of the return team guys.
We saw that last week. Waukee, one of the guys, it bounced and it just scooted over and caught him on the leg, and then he had to dive back. I think that was Primrose that happened to last week, and he had to dive back and catch that ball. Dropping back, looking, throwing out. Yep. And hits that's Szynski, 88. Sarcone. Stevie Sarcone hits him on the out.
First down.
Picks up the first down.
It's good to see Walding back in the game.
1st and 10 at the 32. Pick up
shaking
10.
up right before halftime.
He's set. Got two receivers to the right. Takes the high snap. Hands it off to the deep back.
Deskin.
Yep, not a lot of room for Deskin to run there. And that's going to be the last play here of the third quarter. They'll flip it back and move it the other way. We'll go to the final quarter with Dowling leading 28-14 here. Now have the ball 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by the Better Business Bureau. The Better Business Bureau is a leader in marketplace trust. Before you choose to hire a business, check with the Better Business Bureau. Also brought to you by G&L Clothing, a real clothing store with real people selling regular, big, and tall clothing for almost a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll in Des Moines. And let's not forget Schottenkirk Chevrolet, exceptional people and exceptional experience for you. Always the power of price at Schottenkirk Chevrolet. Right here in Waukee at 755 West Hickman. Well, no reason to panic yet, Mike, but Waukee's got to look for another turnover here or a stop, and they got to get it, got to get some points on the board here. You'd like to early in this fourth quarter and then have more time to, get back, tie it up in this ball game. But what they can't afford to do is let Dowling to go on a drive here and run some time off this clock.
Right, they've got to get the ball back, get a 3-and-out here. Well, I guess it's too late for 3-and-out because they've already got a first down, but
yep.
But they got to hold them here and get the ball back.
There's a handoff. Yep, Deskin coming over the right side, kind of looking for room and not finding much over there. A lot of purple shirts in there on him.
Look at Jacob Wiggins and Drew Lineman, among others.
Drew Johnson, I think, was also in there.
They did a good job stringing the play out, not letting him turn the corner, and making him run parallel to the line of scrimmage instead of north and south.
Big third down, 3rd and 10 at the 32 here for the Maroons. Back comes back, and he gets the handoff and is stopped there. That's Craw with the handoff. And that'll bring up 4th and about 6. For Dowling, they'll have to punt. And they'll send Hauk back.
Dowling will let the clock run, I think, as much as they can here before they snap and just try and make the clock an ally for them the rest of the game.
Yeah, they just rolled the play clock now, so they could take their time. Hauk back at the 25. Been some good high punts here by the Dowling punter tonight. Heeman takes the snap. Oh! Blocked.
Jacob McDonald.
And he got on it at the 24. That was a straight snap into his gut, and I think he took him a little time to get it out of there, Mike.
Yeah. And McDonald was untouched. There's no other way that he could have gotten there as quickly as he did if he had been touched by any blocker.
And I don't think Heeman, because it was inside on him, he didn't even have a chance to catch it and make a move, and it just Hauk was right there and blocked it. So that's the turnover we're talking about, or the change there on the block punt. We'll see what happens here.
And now you've got Big Mo on your side. Do you just take a shot at the end zone right here on 1st and 10? I would.
I think you do, yeah.
maybe get a pass interference or something, try and get it over here to Adam Rose.
Either that or maybe look for a Firk and run. Try to, send everybody deep, pull the defense back, and look for a Firk and run possibly.
First and 10 for the Warriors. From the
Big play by Jacob McDonald there.
Well, their officials are talking this over. Clock stop. 10:32 to play in the ball game. Waukee trailing 28-14. Nobody scored here in the second half so far. And officials talk it over. We got Winger and Rose to the left side. Penn, I think, and Grothaus to the right side. Firkin hands it off. Mary up the middle. Busted through. Down to the 10. Big run by Ray on the inside.
Yeah, they're putting it right at the 10-yard line. Strong run, 14-yard run there by Ray, just right up the gut. I think Dowling was thinking the same thing, where they're going to try and go for the end zone here. And
hand off. No, Firkin keeps it. Firkin looks outside and gets a couple there. Looked like he had a little more room over the left side. He faked it to Ray, kept it himself. But like you said, lineup doubles send him down the field, and then they hand off to Ray, and he busted up the middle, so keep him off balance.
Right, and Hummel in on the stop there, number 45.
So trips to the right. We got Rose, single man to the left. Fakes it. No, gives it to Ray. Ray breaks through over the goal line. Touchdown, Ray. 6 yards out. Good hard run and stretched it over the goal line for the touchdown.
Looked like Moses Dway came up from his cornerback spot, but he wasn't able to keep Ray out of the end zone, and good effort by Ray of stretching for the goal line, and a great job up front too, because they got the ball in 3-4 runs and right in, so they didn't have to put the ball in the air.
And changed them up a little bit with that run to Ray in the middle, as it looked like, you talked about it, and they were probably thinking that too. Let's take a shot downfield, but they handed off to Ray.
Right up the gut, right up the middle.
Oh, and Rose did a nice job that handled that snap. It came in a little short and low, and he put it up there, and the PAT is good. We got a one-score ball game, folks. It's 28-21 Dowling here with 9:48 to play in the fourth quarter, Mike.
And we talked about how important it is to take advantage of your opponent's miscues, and there you've got a blocked punt that turns into 7 for Waukee. So, you've got to be opportunistic when you get those chances, and both teams have done that tonight.
Yeah, we saw Dowling off the fumbled punt and then the interception they scored, and now here the blocked punt gives them great field position for Waukee. And they take it in and score. Where'd they have it? They had it at the 23 and took it in about 4 plays, went 23 yards and scored on the Ray touchdown run. Now Waukee has the momentum right back on their side here at home. The Warriors, you see them in the dark uniform there, huddled up and coming out.
And now Dowling has to answer.
We'll see what they do here as Dowling set to receive the kickoff.
Craw and Kerner
back deep to receive. Going to be Skylar Crew to boot it deep for Waukee. 9:48 to play in the ball game. It's a one touchdown game. High kick.
This is going to be Craw about the 10.
Yep. Up across the 15, 20. Scoots ahead to the 25 and it'll be pulled down at the 25.
Number 3 on the return for Dowling.
So Dowling will take over.
Jordan Yakovitz, one of the Waukee Warriors on the coverage team there, making the stop.
First and 10 at the 26 for Dowling. Let's see who comes out at quarterback here.
Let's see, Walding.
First and 10 Maroons. The Dowling 26.
They send
we'll see if
Wanik out wide along with Sarcone. Two receivers to the right.
See if the Waukee defense has another stop in it.
Quick throw over to Szynski. Or Bliss, rather, yep.
Walding's pass complete.
Couple yards, maybe.
That play has yielded them some good yardage here early in the game, but that time they pick up 2, 2nd and 8. And at the 28. Two receivers left, three left, one right. Wing it out to the far receiver out there, and he can't handle it. And as he tries to get back on it, we'll see if that was a lateral. Is the ball live? Nope, they're going to say it's incomplete.
I didn't hear a whistle,
I
but
didn't either.
I wondered the same thing. Bliss mishandled that. And on those screen passes, you've got to have that timing. Yeah. Otherwise, it gives the defense too much time to recover.
So now they got Dowling in a 3rd and 8 here. 9:32 to play. One-score ball game. Twins to each side, dropping back, looking, under pressure. Got a man coming at him from behind, and he throws it late. We'll see if there's anybody over there. I don't see a flag yet. The coaches want grounding.
He was out of the
tackle box. Yeah, he was over there, but almost sacked. And there is a flag down.
Drew Lineman was one of those applying pressure up there.
Late flag came in. Let's see if they call it.
They did call it grounding.
They called it grounding. Well, there was nobody over there at all when he threw it, and he was going down, so they're going to call that grounding, I believe. Yep.
We don't have Mike Pereira here to explain that.
Interpret that.
But, that's one of those judgment calls by the officials, and I think because there wasn't a receiver anywhere near there, that kind of made it an easy call.
Penalty on Dowling.
I don't see a lot of argument from the Dowling sideline about it.
Well, I think, too, in the fact that he was in the grass and kind of going down and winged it out of there. Hauk will drop back, the single safety back for the Waukee Warriors. He's at his 37. Here's the snap. Last punt was blocked. This one pressure again. A high kick, though. Hauk calling for the fair catch. Will take it at the 35, and Waukee set up a not too bad a field position to start here. Mike, they're trailing by 7 with 9:15 to play in the game.
That was DJ Moffitt that put a little pressure on the punter that time. But you're right. We've got 65 yards to go and plenty of time. They don't have to panic. They don't have to press really at this point right now, as long as they keep getting some first downs and some positive yardage.
Firkin brings them out. Twins to each side for the Waukee Warriors. In the dark uniform, Firkin now looks to the sideline for the play.
And you've got a senior quarterback there in Firkin too. So,
dropping back, looking to his right, throws it short to the back. Ray out of the backfield, and he'll spin ahead and get a couple there, but good defense quickly closed on him when he caught that pass in the flat.
Good coverage downfield, because I think Firkin wanted to go a little deeper there, but he checked off and hit Ray, and like I said, you got to just keep getting positive yardage. You can't have negative plays here and get yourself in.
Handoff to Ray, a flag down. And Ray is stacked up in the middle after gain of a yard, but there was a flag thrown, I think, on the far side here by this official on the line. So see if somebody. Offside maybe, or moved it. If he moved early, they would have stopped the play, so maybe it was offside. Or a shift, no? What do they call it? Motion? Yep, motion. And it's a procedure. They're going to decline it since he didn't get anything. Wow. 3rd and 9 at 36. So Dowling decides instead of pushing back, we're not going to give him another down.
Right, and put him in an unfavorable down and distance here at 3rd and 9 and try and make him get the first down all in one play.
Dropping back, Firkin under pressure. Oh! And he tried to spin out of it and fell down. So the Dowling defense comes up big.
Doherty came flying in there, and Firkin saw him, and as he was trying to maneuver away, feet went out from under him, and that's a I guess you credit Doherty with the sack there, but more like a baggie.
Firkin's usually pretty shifty back there, but it happened so quick, he just had no time to move around and get out of the way.
Well, I think he was trying to wait till the absolute last second to get away from Doherty so he'd have some room to run and then maybe get a pass downfield. So we've got Craw and Kerner back.
Here's the punt.
A short punt, they're just going to let it bounce.
Yeah. Roll back, and it'll be down about the 34. So kind of back in the spot where Dowling punted from last time. It was a 32, I believe. So an exchange of punts here, and it's back to Dowling with 7:29 to play. They lead by 7.
Nick Anderson on the coverage there for Waukee to down it. So we'll see if
TJ Brown will come out, the quarterback.
We'll see if the Waukee defense has another stop. They've done their job here in the second half. They haven't given up any points to Dowling, and let's see if they got one more in them.
Zachary's the back. And fumble! Who has it? Waukee has it. I think Waukee.
Jacob Wiggins.
Mishandled to Zachary on the handoff. And Wiggins is in there, a turnover. The second of the night here in the fourth quarter. Well, I guess the pump block and then the turnover. So Waukee set up in great field position.
Oh,
At the 24-yard line, 7:22 to play, a chance to tie this up.
didn't they ask about quarterbacks?
Yeah,
and the
you did. You
exchanges
mentioned that earlier, the exchange and switching quarterbacks. Firkin fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, almost falls, puts the hand down and gets up to the 20. So good balance by that. He almost fell down.
Great effort by Firkin there of yanking the ball out of Ray's stomach, because if he gives it to Ray, it's a 5-yard loss.
And if he doesn't get that left hand down, he'd lose his yardage himself probably. Picks up 4, 2nd and 6 at the 20. Firkin under center. Drops back, looks to throw, spins around, under pressure, ripped down.
And that,
Did he fumble?
I think they're calling him down.
It down. That was almost could have been a penalty flag as the ball came out.
I can't see who
then
was the
who's
first
at it?
one there, 55.
Yeah. And that's going to be
Steven Johnson.
that's going to be a loss back to the 29.
Wow.
Loss of 9.
That's a hard call for the official to make when the ball comes out like that, when the defender is on top of the offensive player.
Yeah, because he dove in there, and normally you might call that a penalty, but as you say, it looked like the ball was on. He was diving on that. 2 receivers
Great
right.
effort by the Dowling defense here.
Penn and Rose to the right. It's Ray.
I think we're going to have a
back and
timeout.
Dowling.
Dowling.
So Dowling calls a timeout. Well, they had a player come off who lost his helmet. 6:33 to play. Waukee trailing by 7. They have the ball 3rd and 15 at the 28, trying to tie this up after the turnover. It was a mishandle on the handoff, but the sack, the Dowling defense comes up big there, Mike, with that sack off that play.
Yeah, Steven Johnson, it looked like Firkin was going to have some time to throw, and as he spun around, Steven Johnson was right there in his grill and put the hit on him, and they're very fortunate that Firkin didn't fumble there.
I haven't been keeping track. I think that's about the 3rd sack, though, here in the second half that they've had on him, and just where he's had a lot of time earlier in the game to throw, now he hasn't had that time.
Well, I think part of that is they've kind of pressed the coverage more and have taken away those quick throws and those quick slants. Yes. And the big hosses up front on the defensive line have been able to shoot some gaps, and they brought Doherty in on a safety blitz, and there was, I think, Madden too came in.
Doubles to each side. Firkin rolling, throws it out to the right side. No, incomplete.
Was that Primrose?
I think it was. On the far side. Or was that Grodhouse? Yeah, that was Grodhouse.
Grodhouse?
Yeah.
Madden on the coverage there, and again, Madden did not turn around to look for the ball.
4th down, looks like they might go for it here.
Well, a field goal really doesn't help you.
No. Winger and Rose come to the right side.
And
the
Dowling
Grodhouse out.
Dowling coverage has been much better here in the second half.
Dropping back, Firkin looking to his left, lobs it across, and it's
Turner
incomplete.
nearly intercepted.
Yeah.
Looked like
again, it was some confusion on the route. He had Penn inside and Rose going outside, and he threw it in between the two there. I think if he throws it to the post, maybe Penn could have kept going and got that, or throws it outside. I don't know, but
well, he didn't have a lot of time out.
Yeah, I know. It's easy for me to say because I don't have those big white shirts roaring in on me as I'm trying to get rid of the ball. But wow.
But yeah, it definitely looked like either Penn broke off his route or didn't go as deep as what Firkin was expecting him to.
So another big defensive stand by the Maroons. They get the ball back. 1st and 10 at the 28.
And Walding in there again, and Zachary
looking to go outside. Oh, almost broke that to the outside.
Nick Anderson on the stop for Waukee, number 7. But not before he got about 5.
Got 5. So
got
brings
halfway.
up 2nd and 5 at the 33.
And I'm sure Dowling is going to let as much time off the clock as they can. Dodged another bullet.
Handoff. That's
Deskin.
Deskin, yep. And
brought down right at the chains of, I think.
Let's see. Yep, the official on the far side says it's enough, so they waves them ahead for the first down. So a big first down there. 5:40 to play. Dowling clinging to a 28-21 lead here in the second half. Waukee's had their chances. They've forced some turnovers. They got a big turnover there and unable to score. From the 27, they took it and had to give it up on downs. Hand off to Deskin again, looking to get outside, and he's ripped down. Yep.
Anderson sniffed that play out right away.
Nick Anderson, number 7.
Anderson right in there and forces the loss.
He's a 6'2", 220-pound senior linebacker.
2nd and 12 at the 36. Clock still running. 5:13 to play in the ball game.
He looks bigger than 6'2".
He does a little bit, doesn't he? Dowling taking their time. They have the lead.
Looking like he's got those Jack Lambert shoulder pads.
Here's Walding. High snap. Gets it back to the back, and he's stacked up in there behind the line of scrimmage.
Anderson again, along with Wiggins.
And that was Deskin on the carry again. He gets nothing. 3rd and 12. So, again, a chance for the Waukee defense to get the ball back for their offense. Clock is still rolling, though. That's going to play a factor here. 4:27 and rolling. Dowling taking their time. 10 seconds on the play clock. And 3rd down. Little confusion, looks like maybe.
Well, they got 3 on the play clock.
Wanick's out there. And that's going to be a penalty. Clock ran out unless they called the timeout from the sideline here.
No, they did.
Yep, they did.
Okay.
Coach Wilson got the timeout just as the clock ran to 0.
If they were going to throw a flag, because I was like, there's still a second left.
Yeah.
So good job by the Dowling coaching staff and not taking 5 yards back, because now, field position is almost as important as the clock. So you don't want to give up 5 yards there.
4:12 to play. 3rd and 13 at the 36 for Dowling. They've called timeout. They lead 28-21. Dar Danielson along with Mike Early, Justin Smith on the camera, Steve Dickerson at the controls here on the CISN.TV. And big defensive play here for Waukee as they try to get it back and get it back to their offense. We'll see if the Dowling offense could get the first down.
There's a big stop here for Waukee. They've got to stop them here.
Trips to the left. Dropping back, looking, throws it out to the right, lobs it out there. Shazinski! Is it caught? Where is it? Can't tell.
Caught it.
It's picked off! Picked off! It goes to Waukee! Picked off by Waukee.
Grodehouse got it.
A big defensive play by the Warriors.
Wow, Shazinski and Grodehouse both jockeying for position
Jump
there.
ball, and he came down with it. Grodehouse.
I almost thought offensive pass interference before that. Because it looked like he did a little TO push and then come back for the ball. And great job by Grodehouse of coming back and taking the ball away.
And that was one of those we had to wait for the official down here in front of us to sort that out. 1st and 10 at the 42. Here comes Firkin and company back out. Let's see if they can tie this up. Hand off to Ray. He has some room. Slides ahead across the 45 up to the 46. Under 4 minutes now to play in the ball game. Waukee trailing by 7.
Good effort by Ray.
Trips to the right. Rose is the single receiver
Mills
to
and
the
Johnson
left.
on the stop.
Here's Firkin. Steps out, looks to the sideline. Clock rolling.
Ten seconds on the play clock. A lot of time.
Drops back. Takes the snap. Hands it to Ray. Ray slides ahead, gets a few yards. It's going to bring up about a 3rd and 4 for Waukee here. Of course, this is 2-down territory here, I would think, Mike, because you're running out of time.
Right. Your defense has done the job. It's the offense's job now to try and tie this game and force overtime or go for 2 for the win.
53 yards away from tying this up, but the big yardage you need now is 5 for the first down. 3rd and 5. Firkin drops back. Heavy pressure. Throws it out. High to Penn, and he's hit from behind. Can't bring it in.
Madden did a good job there. Penn was open. The throw's a little bit high, but definitely a catchable ball. But, I credit Madden with making the play there and hitting.
Right as he got the ball in his hands, great contact. It was a bang-bang play, and Penn did well he could to go up and get that.
So he was short of the first down anyway, but would have been, you're looking at 4th and 2 instead of 4th and 5.
Here's Firkin. Drops back. Throws it out. Wings it out wide to the right side. No, just a little long. Just over the outstretched hands of Cade Penn. It'll go back over to Dowling. The defense holds again.
Ross Oddie, one of those putting pressure on Firkin there, and didn't have a lot of time to throw that and put it exactly where he wanted it, but
just a half a yard long, and maybe Penn could dive for that, but it's, he's on the run too. It's hard to say. But it goes over to Dowling. They take over 1st and 10 at the 47 of Waukee. 2:43 to play here. Dowling clinging to that 7-point lead. Here's where do you take a chance with Dowling and throw deep maybe and try to, catch them off guard? Is they're all uptight, and maybe put it away?
Yeah, there's 9 men in the box, and they're going to give it to Deskin.
Deskin, he's going to scramble ahead and keep the clock rolling. Deskin.
And here's where you tell your ball carrier, do not go out of bounds.
Nope, and both hands on the ball.
And Waukee has all 3 timeouts yet, so, and they're going to use one right here.
They will use one. 28-21, 2:36 to play. Dowling trying to hang on to the lead against Waukee, who's had some shots at it here. Tonight's ball game brought to you by Atlantic Bottlers, distributors of Core Power, a natural high-protein drink. Gatorade hydrates better than water, and Dasani water, the pure, delicious Dasani water. Atlantic Bottlers of Waukee. Also brought to you by Bob Oliver Heating and Cooling. Our goal is to deliver the best customer service with over 20 years, 4 generations of professional service. Bob Oliver Heating and Cooling, 115 12th Street, West Des Moines. And Shields Sporting Goods at 101 Jordan Creek Parkway, the Jordan Creek Mall, equipment and apparel for all your sporting adventures. Well, if Dowling holds on to this, Waukee is going to be missed opportunities, Mike. The offense couldn't get it done, and the Dowling defense stood up and held them. There's a handoff. Deskin again, and he's stacked up behind the line of scrimmage, but keeps the clock rolling. Or did they take the timeout?
They called timeout.
They called timeout, so it stops the clock with 2.5 to play. So, if they don't get the first down, they'll probably have to stop the clock again. They'll be out of timeouts, but they'll have
probably a minute and a half.
A minute and a half maybe. Well, maybe more than that if they. Well, no, they'd have to take the punt. They'd still be probably about a minute runoff, a minute and a half maybe to go here. 28-21. Dowling looking to go 2-0 on the season. Waukee trying to move to 2-1. Just Dowling's second game. The first one was canceled because of lightning. Storms. And here they go. They send Wannick way out wide to the left. Two backs in there with Walding. They send one in motion.
And Craw goes in motion.
And Walding will keep it, and he gets pounded around into the middle at the 40, back to about the line of scrimmage there.
Wandera, one of those in on the stop there. Looks like Anderson in there, and Hauk.
And that'll bring up 4th down and 5 at the 42.
So,
and let's see if they're
going to
stop it with their timeout or they keep it running. They're going to keep it running here.
Yeah, they're going to make them
18 on the
run
game
it down.
clock. So they'll give a little over a minute and a half, maybe. Minute 51. And 5 on the play clock. 2, 1, 0.
Yeah, they'll take the 5 yards.
Take the 5 yards and give them a little more room to punt it. So that'll move it back to the 46. 1:41 to play. The clock stopped. Waukee will have one timeout to work with here on the punt. He's been kicking some good high punts. You see if he lobs one high and forces them to catch it deep in their own territory here.
Well, we'll see if he even gets one up because
they've
Waukee
had
has been
pressure
able.
on it. Yeah, you're right.
They blocked one punt and nearly blocked another one.
Hauk is back deep. Single safety back for
doesn't
Waukee.
look like they're setting up for a return. At least that's not what they're showing.
See if they get the pressure on Alec Heeman here. And
Penalty flag.
delay of game again.
Delay of game against Dowling.
Oof, I don't know if that was intentional or not.
Yeah, because then that puts you back. You're going to be, now the ball's spotted on your own side of the field, and then if you have an error, then it, even
right,
closer.
If you get a holding or something along the way.
Drop. Is it Primrose back there now too with Hauk?
I think that's 12.
Yeah, Primrose. Here's the kick, high kick, coming over toward Hauk. It's going to bounce and go out of bounds.
About the 16?
Yeah, not a bad, really, situation for Waukee.
I was off by 2 seconds. Minute 32.
Minute 32.
They got to go 85 yards.
They're going to put it right on the, it's going to be right on the 15, yeah. Right on the 15. So, here we go. Hang on. A minute 32 to play. Waukee trailing by 7. Ball on the 15. Firkin brings him out. 2 receivers to each side.
No broken tackles.
Throws it out to the slot receiver.
That's
He rolls it
Grodehouse.
up. Grodehouse takes it out of bounds. Up to the 20. Picks up 5.
It gets out of bounds, stops the clock, so you save your timeout.
2nd and 5 at the 20. 1:27 to play. That used 5 seconds. Dropping back. Firkin under pressure. Spun back. Big defensive play again by Dowling. And they're going to use a timeout.
Ross Oddie. Again, he's been in the backfield almost as much as Firkin has tonight.
1:21 to play now, but drops him back all the way back to the 12-yard line. Brings up 3rd and 13 at the 12. 1:21 to play. Waukee trailing by a touchdown. It was Waukee on the board first. Then Dowling scored twice to make it 14-7. Waukee came back, tied it up 14-14 in the second. Dowling went ahead 21-14, then scored right before the half to make it 28-14. Waukee got a touchdown after a block punt with 9:48 to go in the third. And now Waukee, 3rd and 13 at the 12-yard line with 1:21 to play. They got to try to get it down the field to get the first down. And Firkin has really been under heavy pressure here in the second half, Mike.
Yes, they've taken away those short throws and said you're going to have to, take a 5-step drop and
wing it out to Rose. He's got some room. Cuts it out to the 20.
Oh no, they're calling him down.
They're calling him down.
Wow.
Oh. They said Rose was down.
Or or they call it incomplete?
Or they're saying it was completed at the 10.
Whoa.
So he picked up or lost 2 yards on that. Fourth and 15. Last gas for Waukee. Wings it out wide. He's got a man. Caught it. First down. Penn up toward the 50-yard line. What a play by Firkin. What a catch by Penn. 1 minute to play.
Wow, that was a miracle catch there by Penn.
They've been looking for that all night. They've been off just a little bit each time.
And what a time to come through here, right at the 49-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 49, a minute to play. Waukee with the ball. No timeouts. Trips to the left. Grodehouse, Winger, and Rose to the left. Cade Penn to the right. Throws it to Penn again. Almost intercepted. Flag down at the 20.
Madden on the coverage.
Let's see what the call is, offensive or defensive.
They may call Madden for forcing him out.
Let's see what the call is.
That would be my guess, but Madden turned around to play the ball.
Interference on the defense. Now that'll be just 15 yards, right?
Right.
They don't go spot foul like in
high school or
college
and pro. Yeah.
So there'll be 15 yards, but that brings it down to about the 35.
And the clock has stopped with 55 seconds
55 seconds to go. Ball will be spotted.
I don't know if they called something that happened before the play on the ball, but I thought Madden did a good job at the end there of making the play on the ball and turning. But
Here comes Firkin. 1st and 10 at the 36. 55 seconds to play. No timeouts for Waukee. They trail by 7. Rose and Winger to the left. Cade Penn wide to the right. It's Ray in the backfield. Here's the snap. Pressure throws it wide to Rose. And he can't get it.
Another
flag down at the 5. Another flag. Rose almost made a great play on that, but it's down at the 5. A flag down.
Steven Johnson right in Firkin's face as he got rid of that ball. And wow, that was another big penalty there by Dowling, but again, it's 15 more yards.
15 yards, that'll move it down to
you're down
about the 15, right?
48.9 seconds.
So plenty of time now with the yardage, 48.9 seconds.
And you've got three shots at the end zone here.
1st and 10 at the 21. Rose and Winger to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Dropping back as Firkin. Pressure, swings it in there. And
what an effort.
Complete. Almost caught by Winger.
Wow, what a great effort.
Whoa.
And a good job by Firkin, too. They're sending everything but the kitchen sink in after the quarterback, and Firkin is standing in there facing the heat, and he gave Winger a chance at the
Grodehouse and Penn wide to the right, Rose and Winger to the left. Firkin's in the backfield along with Ray. 2nd and 10 at the 21. Dropping back, looking, throwing for Rose, and I think he wanted a flag there. There was a little jostling in the middle, but nothing called.
No, I think had the throw been closer, you may have seen a flag there, but the ball was, towards the back of the end zone, and
boy, they just aren't
got kind of tangled up there.
They aren't letting Rose get any room. Well, none of these receivers. Great press tight coverage there.
Yeah, Moses DeWay over here on Rose. I've been watching this kind of battle all night, and there's very few windows that Firkin can get the ball to Rose.
3rd and 10 at the 21. Firkin throws a slant inside to Grodehouse. He catches it. He's going to be stopped short of the first down, though, so to bring up 4th down, clock running, 30 seconds.
You can't spike it. You got to run it.
You can't
spike it. Don't spike it.
24 seconds, clock running, 20 seconds.
This is it.
Firkin, 19 seconds. Looking, throwing. Firkin rolling. Throws to the end zone. Oh, head! Incomplete over the head, incomplete. Over the head, incomplete. 10.2 seconds of play. Dowling Maroons hold. Wow.
What an effort there by Firkin, keeping the play alive, and I noticed that none of the receivers were running along with the quarterback.
No.
And Penn at the last minute came across, and Firkin put in that general area, but
Firkin did all he could to keep that alive. It was close, so with the pressure, 10.2 seconds ago, it turns over to Dowling.
Bronte Wells was right there running down Firkin, and what an effort there by Waukee offense trying to get the ball into the end zone, and a great job by the Dowling defense of stepping up and stopping them.
Well, Walding will come in to take a knee and end this here, and missed opportunities for Waukee as they came all the way down the field. That'll do it. He snaps it. The final is going to be 28-21 Dowling in a real wild game here at Waukee High School. The two-time defending state champs go to 2-0 to start this season. Waukee falls in another heartbreaking loss. They lost that first one they lost the first game, and say another close game, but they lose this time after winning last week. And wow, what a game. Let's go here and run down our scoring for you. And good, somebody turned on the lights. Our post game brought to you by Godfather's Pizza. You get a medium taco pizza or medium one-topping pizza and a cinnamon dessert pizza for just $24.99. Well, it was Waukee scoring first with 8:13 to go in the first quarter. A run by Ray from 1 yard out made it 7-0. Dowling answered with 57.8 seconds to go. Walding to Shazinski for 12 yards out. It was 7-7. Then it was Dowling with 2.7 seconds to go in the first quarter. A Walding run from 18 yards out. It was 14-7 Dowling. Waukee answered 10:50 to play in the second. Ben Firkin, the quarterback, from 2 yards out, 14-14. Dowling with 8:32 to go. Brown to Bengenson, and it was from 5 yards out, made it 21-14. Dowling then scored again right at the end of the second quarter, 45.3 seconds to play. J.T. Brown, a 1 yard run after Walding had gotten hurt trying to run and went out of the game. Brown came in, scored from 1 yard out, 28-14. Waukee in the third quarter, 9:48 to go after a block punt. Ray ran it in from 6 yards out, 28-21. Then they shut him off here at the 21-yard line with time running out, no timeouts, and Firkin threw it, and the receiver could not get to it, Mike. And wow, what an outstanding, exciting ball game here tonight.
Right down to the wire, and Waukee did everything they could to close the gap in the second half. That Dowling helped them with a couple of turnovers and some negative plays and some penalties towards the end, and it just wasn't enough for Waukee to come away with the victory.
And Firkin made some big plays. Cade Penn there at the end, the long reception, and Firkin kept that last play alive as long as he could under pressure. Just about found a receiver. As you said, maybe a little more help from the receivers, and he finds them, and we got a tie ball game here tonight.
Right, and as he was rolling to the right, I was flashing back to Montana throwing to Dwight Clark in the back of the end zone.
Yep.
And, but I looked in the end zone, and I didn't see any receivers on Firkin's half of the field.
No, on that side, and then he threw it back right, and it just was a tough play there. The post game brought to you tonight by Desante Water, refreshment redefined. Desante Water. So for these two teams now, Waukee, they go over and play Johnston at Johnston next week, and for Dowling, the Maroons, they take their 2-0 record and they go on the road to the big matchup with Valley. And Valley was leading Southeast Polk tonight, so that another good matchup between those two teams. It's always a good ball game, Dowling and Valley. And Johnston, they were leading tonight over Urbandale, so it could be Waukee going in to face an undefeated team there at home against Johnston. So more good ball games set for us next week, Mike.
Yeah, there are definitely no easy games for any of these teams. There's no gimmies any Friday night. But you look at what happened tonight, and what do you build on? And I think the defense made some adjustments during the game and tightened it up for. put the clamps on the Waukee offense. They only gave up 7 points in the second half. If you're Dowling and if you're Waukee, you're thinking, man, if we just executed just a little bit better, put the ball,
and Waukee didn't
tighten
give up
up the
any.
routes a little
Waukee
bit.
gave up no points in the second half.
Right.
So anyway, well, that's the final here tonight. Dowling over Waukee, 28-21. Thanks to our cameraman Justin Smith, Steve Dickinson at controls. For Mike Early, I'm Dar Danielson. That's going to wrap it up here tonight from Waukee.